time for the annual Cowbell game. Monticello hosting the Blue Raiders of Anamosa. It's the 79th edition of the Cowbell game. Monticello leads the series 44-31-3. The overall 98th meeting. Monticello, their 50th win a year ago when they snuck out one in Anamosa on the score of 38-34. Monticello leads the overall series dating back to 1895, 50-43-5. A long time history series, Battle of Highway 151, Jones County rivals, John Swisher, Kevin Barnes, Ryan Hauser. Glad to have you along here tonight from Monticello as we get ready for this one, our usual week one contest, except when these teams fall into the same district, as was last year the case, not the same this year, as both are split up in Class 2A, as the Panthers in Class 2A, District number 4, and Anamosa is in Class 2A, District number 5. Barnsley, we've been doing this game for a long, long time, and these two teams, these two towns, communities know each other very well, and here we are for another season opener and the Cowbell game.
Yeah, it's just crazy, Swish, that, there's something about the Friday night fresh air and the lights and all that good stuff, and then you throw the fact in that you got a long-time Anamosa teacher now coaching and now teaching over here. Throws a little more spice into it, but like it needs that. You know what I mean? It's just I think it's two evenly matched football games. We had an unbelievable game last year, and I just fully expect it to be that good again tonight.
Yes, indeed. Excitement is in the air. As a former player, Ryan Hauser, you know the feeling as a player getting ready for your first game of the season, especially for their seniors. This is their last first game of their careers.
Yeah, John, that first game, the butterflies are always so high, and it's kind of nice to get that big rivalry game out of the way first. Tensions are always, at an all-time high on this week, and it's just kind of nice to put pads on for real and go out and, hit the ones that you want to hit the most and get that first game under your belt.
As we're getting closer to game time here, the band is on the field getting ready to honor our country with the national anthem coming up here, as Anamosa and Monticello ready for the annual Cowbell game. We'll take a quick break. We're coming back right after this. This is Area Football. You're listening to it from KMCH Sports.
Contact me, Chad Frazier, at BC Land Services in Earlville for all your maintenance projects such as tree removal and trimming, small dirt work projects, lawn seeding, and more. BC Land Services is fully insured and licensed. Contact me at 563-590-8074 or on Facebook. And best of luck to all area athletes and coaches.
Pete's Small Engine Repair is your small engine specialty repair shop in Monticello. Best of luck to all area athletes and coaching staff for a great season from Pete's Small Engine Repair in Monticello.
Since 1995, Edgewood Feed Mill Construction has provided customers with a quality, pre-engineered building package for their swine facility needs. Edgewood Feed Mill Construction is a general contractor and will assist you with the construction of your livestock facility, start to finish. For more information on Edgewood Feed Mill Construction, contact Steve Harris at 563-920-7835.
Fidelity Bank and Trust in Anamosa and Monticello has a complete line of banking services, including online banking with bill pay and club accounts for all ages. Fidelity Bank and Trust is proud to sponsor all area athletes and coaching staff and wishes them the best season ever. Fidelity Bank and Trust with locations in Anamosa and Monticello, member FDIC.
This is Fred Smock from Dunlap Motors in Independence with Chevy, Buick, and certified pre-owned Chevy, Buick, and GMC, and nearly 300 new and used cars and trucks in stock. We have big town inventory with small town service. Go to DunlapMotorsIndy.com.
Supply in Monticello appreciates all the hard work and dedication put forth in the classroom, gym, and on the field. Best of luck to all area athletes from your dairy experts, Kramer Brothers Dairy Supply in Monticello.
At Precision Collision, we are committed to providing you with high-quality auto body repair and paint refinishing. Our expertly trained technicians can repair all accidental damage and get you back on the road in no time. Come visit me, Jeff, for a free estimate. We are located along Highway 20 at the Delaware turnoff. Precision Collision, one call does it all, quality guaranteed.
Bob Stephen Motors in Manchester proudly supports all area athletes. Bob Stephen Motors is your locally owned and operated GM dealer in Manchester. Visit them on the web at bobstephenmotors.com.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. It takes the right financial partner who cares as much about your future as you do, building a financial plan to meet your life's priorities and helping you achieve the financial security you're after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact me, Mitch Payton, or Matt Schulte today. You and Northwestern Mutual, stronger together.
Russell & Russell Insurance in Anamosa wishes all area athletes and coaches continued success. Just like the coaching staff, Russell & Russell Insurance can come up with an insurance plan that's right for you. Russell & Russell Insurance, Anamosa.
Go ahead.
Thanks to our great sponsors here tonight of the annual Cowbell game as area online and playback game of the week as John Swisher, Kevin Barnes, Ryan Hauser back with you here as we get closer to game time in this one. For Anamosa, Lucas Stanton is the first-year head coach, his second year ever as a head coach at the varsity level. He was 2-7 when he was at North Cedar in 2015. Ironically, he opened up the season against Anamosa that year and suffered a loss as he's a Mount Vernon native, played on 2002 grad, I should say, played for Jim Bellamy. 01 3A state semifinals, a playoff team in 2000 as well, part of the great tradition at Mount Vernon High School for the Hall of Famer Jim Bellamy as a 2007 grad of Cornell College, a 2-year starting fullback in 2004 and 2005. Trying to change the culture here after 2 years of winning. Now last year 3-6, trying to bring it back up. And he's got that mantra, of course, that's been well displayed of win forever here and not accept any more losing seasons. But it also goes beyond football. It goes to building good kids on and off the field, Barnes.
Yeah, and he's done, he's the first thing you have to do when you come in is you got to capture the kids, and he's done that. I think done a great job of that. We've only been in the building now 3 days with kids, but you can see the excitement, the enthusiasm. The dude came out on the pep rally day wearing the football uniform. So, he's not afraid to do anything to create that enthusiasm. And that was awesome. The kids responded to it. And I think the kids are going to respond to him. So now you got to carry it into the next step, and that's how you play on Friday night.
Wes Wilson, Monticello's head football coach, as Kevin Barnes talked about earlier, his second year here at Monticello, 3-6 record there, 46-17 overall. His 7th year as varsity head coach. He spent 5 years in Coconut Valley, where he built a 43-11 record as he had 4 district titles and 4 playoff teams, including 2 quarterfinal appearances at Coconut Valley. John Kite back as assistant coach. It's Jim Kite back helping out as well. He retired, but he's back helping out here with the headsets as we continue to get closer here. The coin flip going on at midfield here.
And speaking of that, so let me interrupt you, but what a great luxury for Coach Wilson to have 2 head coaches, 2 guys that were part of the tradition, that understand how things work, and then we're head coaches on top of it. So it's, as important as head coaches are, so is their staff. I know Coach Stanton, I think he's pretty happy with the staff he's put together. But Coach Wilson, obviously, they're back again for the second year, and I think you're going to see improvement across the board with them as well.
3-6 a year ago, 1-3 at home. They're 1-6, 7th place in district number 4, 2-3 on the road a year ago. Monticello suffered a lot of injuries into key guys, and a lot of these guys coming back. Always great to get back on the field after an injury here, and we talked about the leadership. You always want to be ready for your opening game, and especially Monticello on their home field here tonight.
Yeah, it is, John. It's nice to have a senior quarterback coming back tonight to play. You got your all-district Max Kelcher, and also Clayton Krause coming back, 13 All-State. Or it's nice to have that experience coming out in your first game and trying to get things going and work all the kinks out.
As they crunch 12 on the clock, the JV team won their game earlier tonight from Monticello, 12-7 in a barn burner. As it's 12-7, Monticello with the victory earlier tonight in the JV contest. To finish up a little earlier, we're going to have a little bit of an early start maybe, as we were going that way. Now we're going to start right about on time. It's 7:28 now. As Barnsley, what do you look for? Else you look for in this matchup? We saw a lot of points last year. Mentioned earlier, 38-34 is really a back and forth tussle in Anamosa.
Yeah, and I think you're going to see the same thing, Swish. And I think, first of all, it's the trend of high school football. You watch the scores now on Friday nights, and everybody's kind of gone to that pistol formation, the spread formation, and it's putting more points up on the board. So I fully expect to see the same thing You know, we talk about this every year, Swish, in a game like this. First of all, it's a rivalry game. Secondly, it's the first game of the year. You know, who's going to make the big mistake to start with, and then who's going to respond to those mistakes. Because mistakes are going to happen. You fully expect them. You just hope you survive them as a coach and move forward.
And here we go. Monticello will kick off going right to left as we get underway here. Officially starting at 7:29. And the football season, KMCH area style underway. It's taken at the 5-yard line, bringing out the 20, 25, just getting over the 25-yard line. And Seeley, the ball carrier for Anamosa, Logan Seeley, one of the main featured backs for Anamosa, as Andrew Mesher on the tackle for Monticello, one of the key members returning after being hurt early in the season a year ago, a 5'11 senior, 175 pounds, Andrew Mesher, as Anamosa comes out, and a lot of different parts of this offense. Kids will have to step into new roles here for the Blue Raiders.
Yeah, totally different offense from what Coach Streets ran and what these kids have run for 3 years, and you know, I see them all peering at their wristbands already. So, you know, just a different mentality than what they have with Coach Streets.
And in the shotgun is Walton, the quarterback. Going left to right is the running back to his slot in the receiver position on the left side. That's Zach McLean as he comes in going left to right, then right up the middle. And brought down by Lake Stahlberg there. It'll be only a gain of 1 for Anamosa. 2nd down and 9 for the 27, 11.5 to go, quarter number 1.
And no huddle, and I think you'll see Monticello do the same thing. Again, this is just a trend in high school football. Try not to let the defense call everything on the sideline with signals.
Shotgun, McLean, right to left. Here's a handoff to Seeley. Shakes and bakes, gets around the 25. Now 30. Tightrope in the sideline, but he does not do it successfully as he steps out of bounds as the sideline official with the 32. And he was pushed out of bounds there by Max Kelleher. Max Kelleher, the 6', 205-pound defensive back for Monticello, as Kelleher up to 205. The new weight conditioning program, put some weight on, and Kelleher looks to have a good senior campaign for Coach Wilson and company. 3rd down and 5 from the 31. 11:17 on the clock as the ball was out of bounds. And here is a shotgun. Pass right side. Caught the Walton to Walton connection there. And there is a first down. Good for a first down. Signals the receiver who caught the ball, Andrew Walton, as Chase Lunsman with the tackle. Has a 7-yard gain on the play. As first down and 10 now, the first down of the new season for either team.
And quick phase Swish.
Really, it makes our jobs even more fun, right? There's a handoff going right to left, and Seeley gets back to the middle of the field and wrapped up and taken down by a Monticello Panther defender. And that time, Dallas Bowser comes in. He's getting the start for one of the Panthers out on defense. Andrew Mesher as their Anamosa set up again. 4 receivers, 3 the trips to the near side. In the middle of the field, the shotgun to Walton. Walton looks left, now rolls, looking right. Going to throw down the sideline, has a man, toe for toe, but catching it on the 24-yard line, racing into the end zone, touchdown. Touchdown, Blue Raiders, no flags on the play, and Anamosa has struck first. They score their first points of the new campaign with 10:26 to go, quarter number 1. A 61-yard touchdown pass, catch and run, as Walton hooks up with McLean. That was a nicely executed play there. Good defensive coverage by the defensive back for Monticello. Gavin Cooper, the junior, was out there, but the ball went over his head, and McLean made a nice read staying with that ball.
Yeah, underthrown just a little bit. McLean did a good job positioning himself, kind of sealed the defender so he couldn't get it. McLean went up. That's a tough play. You got to do that and catch it, but he did.
Here's the kick. Up and good as Andrew Walton, the kicker, 6'2 senior, puts it right through. 7-0. Anamosa, 10:26 to go, quarter 1. Back after this from KMCH Sports.
American Trust and Savings Bank wishes all area athletes and coaching staff continued success. American Trust and Savings Bank with locations in Dyersville, Farley, Dubuque, and Des Moines. Simply better banking. Check them out at americantrust.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Sight and good vision is very easy to take for granted until it is taken away. Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa is here to help you.
Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa, located at 225 West Main Street in Manchester and 1113 West 3rd Street in Vinton.
This is Phil from Gateway Appliance in Manchester. When you need service, call us. If it's time for new
Okay,
appliance,
10 seconds.
we have the selection you're looking for. Gateway Appliance Sales and Service, 111 West Main Street in Manchester. Or find us online at gateway.biz. That's G, the number 8, WAY.biz, and on Facebook.
Hi there, this is the voice of the Hawkeyes, Gary Dolphin. You're listening to Area High School Football on Eastern Iowa's high school sports play-by-play leader, Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Back in to D. Nelson Field here in Monticello as the Blue Raiders will be kicking off left to right after their first touchdown of the new campaign and first touchdown under first-year head coach Lucas Stanton as Andrew Walton will kick it off. High arcing kick taken at the 13-yard line, going right to left towards the middle of the field. Now shaking off some tacklers and finally brought down is the ball carrier there. That's Stolberg. Blake Stolberg on the return. The junior, an offensive lineman and linebacker, but returning the kick there. Logan Seeley with the tackle for Anamosa.
Typical lineman, he was going to go get that no matter where it was. Usually you're told if it goes over your head, let it go. He took about 4 steps backwards, made sure he caught it, but did a good job returning. And I think, if I remember right, he played a little fullback last year.
He did.
Didn't he? Yeah.
He had some rushing yards on these stats. As we talked about, Monticello had to fill in here and there with plenty of injuries in their campaign a year ago. Jacob Monadnock, the returning quarterback, as he shakes his way to the right side, gets outside the hashes on the far side, just over the 30-yard line before he's wrapped up and taken down by Matthew Walton, the 6'3", 175-pound junior for the Blue Raiders. Under 10 minutes to go, second down and 6 after the 4-yard gain. Ball is on the 32-yard line.
Now, Monticello's going no huddle, but they don't quite have the pace. So they're waiting for coach to signal it in, and then they get set. They don't have the pace Anamosa had to start their series.
Four receivers, 2 each side. Big handoff. Monadnock jukes the defender. Now goes up to the right side. And just shy of getting to the, just gets to the 40-yard line, I should say, before he's taken down. Looks like he'll have a first down. It will be the first down as the tackle there by number 55, Maverick Codney, 6-foot junior, one of the returning defensive men for Anamosa.
And one of the things I remember about Monadnock last year is kind of slippery swish. He's hard to bring down in that first, and he can slide by a tackler.
And here's a give right up the middle. Going right to left, and now up and running, 45, 40, 35, 30, on the near sideline, going to be dragged out of bounds by Matthew Walton, the ball carrier there for Monticello. That's Max Kelleher, the senior running back, and there is a flag on the play. Some Panther faithful ahead of us, they want a horse collar.
Yeah, and so did he, and I think he got flagged for arguing it. I mean, I think he made the ultimate mistake there. He didn't get the flag that he wanted for the horse collar. Then he argued it. Now he got 15 more yards against him. I think that's what the call is going to be. Well, I know it is because I'm seeing Mr. Wilson counseling him.
60 yards on the run. Nice scamper by Kelleher. First time he touches it here tonight. Max Kelleher had to play quarterback ever since the middle of the season a year ago after Jacob Monadnock got injured last year. 227 yards. 1,377 yards, 227 attempts, I should say. 13 touchdowns as long as it was 98 a season ago. And here is the personal foul and sportsmanlike conduct on Monticello. And, yeah, it's just something you can't do. You don't like the call, but that really hurts your team here. You back it up after a 6-yard gain. It's first down and 10 for the 25, 9:20 to go, quarter number 1. And Monticello comes out with 4 receivers again, to each side. Shotgun, Monadnock back there with Kelleher. Man goes in motion. Left to right is Krause. Here's Monadnock keeping it right up the middle and quickly has 2 Raiders right on top of him as he gets over the 35-yard line. As first hit by Nathan Wiedeker, the 6'2", 185-pound junior. Also in a 4-yard gain there, second down and 6.
Yeah, and no secret here, a little misdirection with motion, and Anamosa kids are kind of all over the place. Monadnock is just really good at being shifty and avoiding tackles.
68 carries, 318 yards on the ground last year for Monadnock, 4 touchdowns. Here's a give. Kelleher has 4 Blue Raiders, white jerseys right on top of him as he doesn't get hardly anything, if any, as there on the tackle was Nathan Dieter, also number 73, Sean Burr, and no gain on the play is the call. 3rd down and 6 now from the 21.
Yeah, Coach Stan, who does not call offense, calls defense for his team, dialed up a nice blitz there and went right in. They put more defenders than they had blockers and was able to make the play right at the line of scrimmage.
A defensive guru, has been a defensive coordinator at most of the stops. He's had quite a few stops in his coaching career. As the 2002 graduate of Mount Vernon, the 35-year-old, there's a flip toss, left side. And on the pitch, getting over the 20-yard line, is the Panther running back that time. Kelleher again gets the carry. As getting in there, Zach McClain, the 5'11 junior, and Dylan Rickles in on the play as well, I believe.
Yeah, quick pitch swish there away from the formation, and I thought those two defensive backs made a heck of a play. McClain held his ground against the blocker, and then Rickles filled just like he would coach it.
A gain of 1 or 2 here, be 4th down and 5 from the 20. And everybody in here for Monticello. The shotgun, it's right to direct snap to Kelleher. And there's Kelleher getting up the right side on the far hash. It looks like he gets over the 15-yard line, good for the first down. In there to knock him down after he got the first down was Maverick Cotton. A 6-yard gain, just good enough for the Panthers there as they get their second first down of the night.
Kelleher showed great patience. Swish. They call it a jumbo formation or a loaded formation. They put 3 running backs in front of him and direct snap it to him. And I thought he showed great patience. There was nothing there early. Just patiently waited for a hole to open up. Got up through and got the first down. That's a great run.
Just under 7 minutes to play. First down and 10 for the 14 down. 4 receivers, 2 each side with a handoff to Kelleher again. As he just gets over the 15-yard line to about the 14. As good penetration there by Anamosa. They're really doing a good job up front and getting by those Panthers to get some good first hits there on the Panther running attack.
Yeah, those first few plays, John, they're kind of making the wrong read on those defenses, kind of crashing the end on that read option. But, this last few plays are doing a great job staying in their gaps and just, filling the holes.
4 receivers set again. In the shotgun is Monadnock. 6:20 and counting. 2nd down and 10. Monadnock looking right. Now middle. Now throwing right. As a man out there, but he turned the wrong way. The defender turned back around. There was a collision there. McLean went down with one of the wide receivers. And I think the wide receivers for Monticello kind of got mixed up there. And then there was a traffic jam as one of them ran into McLean.
Well, they ran into each other first and then bounced off into McLean. A total screw up in the route, I'm sure. You just don't run into each other. One's supposed to go over top of the other one, and mistake right away off the pass route. But they were fortunate it wasn't intercepted. Luckily, the ball was thrown out in the flat and it wasn't caught.
Besides McLean, Brian Sayer, the 6'1 senior, was out there as well, providing the coverage for Anamosa. 3rd down, 10. Ball's on the 14. Monticello going right to left down 7-0, 6-10 and counting. Here's a long ball to the left side. It's going to be out of the back of the end zone. As not a chance there, as way too long out the back of the end zone there, as that was intended for the Panther receiver. And these new jerseys for,
I think it's Cooper's switch.
Is it Gavin Cooper for Monticello? With the black and the red numbers can make it difficult at times here tonight. 4th down and 10 from the 14. We've seen worse.
Yes,
you're more confident in this. We're trying to read the numbers. Here is a field goal attempt with 6:10 to go. As on to kick it is Monticello here.
62.
It's Gavin Hullum, the kicker. And that ball is up and no good. Out the left side for Gavin Hullum. And Anamosa will take over on the 14. So Anamosa will get the ball back. 6:05 to go here in quarter number 1. First down and 10.
Plenty of distance. Just a little bit wide left on that. Monticello had a good drive going and I got stopped there on the first down play and then tried to throw the next 2. And that kind of got stuck. So you got to be happy for Anamosa. And Monticello can't be disappointed. They move the football, especially running it. They just need to finish the drive.
So 6:05 to go. The 5th annual Unity Point Cancer Awareness Game. A pink out contest was held before the game. A lot of folks in their pink out attire, including both student sections, decked out in their pink tonight to raise awareness and funds in the Jones County area for cancer. There's a fumble, but getting it back is Walton going straight ahead, but Monticello gets in there and taking him down. Actually, Matthew Walton was able to get it back and then take it down, but Lake Stahlberg also, big old number 77, Tyler Cooper, in on the stop for Monticello as well. Loss of 3 on the play. Second down and 13 from the 17-yard line. 5:40 to go. Quarter number 1. 2 receivers. Shotgun formation. Here is Matthew Walton. There's the handoff to Seeley. Goes right, now goes middle, goes left, over the 20-yard line. Able to make his way out just inside the 25 at about the 23-yard line. As wrapped up by Andrew Mesher as a gain of about 7. So number 7 stops up after 7 yards.
Runs so hard, Swish. I'm just so impressed with Logan Seeley in a way. He's just straight ahead. Hard to bring down and gets yardage after he contact because he's always moving forward.
Jay McClain got a lot of the running a year ago. Check that, 60 attempts, 340 yards. Martinson got a lot of the running a year ago, I should say. Over the 30-yard line, skipping over it is Walton on the quarterback keeper until he's taken down the sophomore, Devin Krause. And also number 20 is Lake Stahlberg in on the play, and others as a gain of 11, I'd say about 11. And a first down, another first down, the third. Check that, second first down for Anamosa. Both teams will now have 2 as 4:45 and counting here. In the first quarter, 4 receivers trips to the near side, the short side of the field. Here's a pass caught by McClain, racing towards the 40-yard line. He's going to get over the 40, but a flag comes into the middle of the field. The umpire, and the gain for McClain got him over the 40s, or 5-6 yard gain. See what this penalty is, though. On our second penalty of the game, the first for Anamosa. Holding on Anamosa, and that'll back up the Blue Raiders here after a nice game.
Yeah, just a little swing pass out to McClain. He's got great speed, and it's nothing more. We've talked about this the past year, Swish. Nothing more than a long handoff. You just take the snap, throw it out real quick, and let him run. But apparently somebody's guilty of grabbing a jersey.
Matthew Walton, a fairly inexperienced varsity quarterback, 5 of 13, 59 yards, no touchdowns a year ago. And Scott snaps along with Cole Sander and Jay McClain at the varsity level for Anamosa last season, and Coach Ryan Street's 4th and final year. Here's trips to the near side again. Walton gets it at the 22-yard line, throws, completes it to McClain at the 32. He gets upward on the sideline. Will get to about the 34-yard line when he's pushed out of bounds by the sophomore Devin Krause. That's the talented basketball player, Devin Krause, who had a basketball injury last season for Coach Tim Lambert and company after being called up as just a freshman. 4:25 to go. Second down and 10. Ball is on the 34. 4 receivers again. Trips near side. Here's Walton. Right at the 30, he got the snap. He's in pressure. Had the pressure on him. Lets it fly. Intended out there for number 21, Brian Sayer. Good coverage out there on the far side by Monticello. As that time, Tony Walrick, the junior defensive back, supplying the coverage. Third down and 10, 4:19 to go. And it's
and good pressure, Swish. I mean, it was good coverage, but it was also great pressure up front. Monticello front got a nice push, and Walton had to throw the ball quicker than he wanted to.
And Walton now, the shotgun again, right at the 30-yard line. Same formation. 4 receivers set, trips near side. Puts the man in motion, Seeley. Now he goes to the right side to throw pass over the middle. A screen pass there. Seeley bounces off a tackler and gets his way over the 45-yard line to the 46, the third first down there. As tripping him up was Chase Lunsden, the quality wrestler, state tournament qualifier for Monticello a couple times in his career as the junior defensive back. 4:11 to go here in this first quarter.
Well set up play, just to call it a gut screen or a middle screen. You let all the defensive linemen come like crazy, and the offensive linemen sheet up field and block linebackers. That was well executed by the Blue Raiders.
Walton in the shotgun, Seeley directly lined up behind him, and here is Anamosa trying to draw him off sides. And did false start, or did they make him jump?
I think, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I think that's actually, I think the backfield and Anamosa moved there and kind of drew him off on that.
Yeah, I think Dedeker may have jumped in the backfield, flush. But the problem is, or the rule is, he can reset. You know, so as long as he didn't draw him off, but you're making the point he might have, and you might be exactly right. But
officiating crew says otherwise. It's going to be offsides on Monticello. Second penalty for Monticello. 3:59 to go. First down at 5 now. Ball is right inside the 50-yard line. Walton the shotgun. 3 receivers. Here's a quick pitch as pressure came. And a nice shiftiness there over the 45-yard line as Nathan Dedeker gets the carry that time to 6'2" junior as Chase Lunsman. And also in on the for a 7-yard gain. First down and 10 now. So another first down, be the 4th of the first quarter here. 3:47 to go. Quarter number 1. Ball's on the 43. First down and 10. Anamosa leading this game ever since 10:26 to go in the first quarter. The quarter as quick as it started and slowed down here as Walton gives the handoff to Anamosa right to left. Zach McClain gets over the 35-yard line, going to be marked down at about the 34 before a couple of black jerseys could finally get to him. As Tony Waller and Chase Lunsman in on the play for Monticello. And we have whistles here. There's a sideline warnings being called on Monticello.
That's the same play they ran to start the game. Swish brought McClain in motion, and the start the game, Monticello was all over it. But I think now, with the passing game working pretty good for the Blue Raiders and some runs up the middle, now they're a little more tentative. Wouldn't be surprised to see some more of that action here.
Just a yard to get. Second down and 1. 3:15 and counting. Here in quarter 1, here's the fake handoff. One's going to go right up the middle. Sheds the tackler, then getting in from behind, dragging him down to the 25-yard line is Blake Stahlberg on the play as Walton, nice decision there, and actually juked the Monticello defender and able to get another first down, the 5th first down of the ball game for the Blue Raiders.
Yeah, they're really clicking offensively. You know, Monticello's kind of trying caught out of sync a little bit here. Not sure if they're going to pass or run, and a good balance and mix up by the Blue Raiders at this point.
And the shotgun. Seeley gets the handoff, gets past the 25-yard line, still going on his feet, gets over the 20-yard line before a host of Panthers get there and are able to take him down. So shifty is Logan Seeley, the running back. Talked about 340 yards a year ago, 2 touchdowns. He was behind the talented senior Michael Martinson, who had over 1,000 yards and 12 touchdowns last year for Anamosa. 2.5 to go. Second down at 5 now. Ball's on the 19. 2 receivers set. Shotgun. Walton. Here is a handoff. Seeley gets it again. Gets hit initially, sidesteps, and another defender will hang on to him and bring him down inside the 20-yard line. That's a tackle there by Wade Pickery as the junior gave about 3. It'll be third down and 2 with a little over 2 to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, Monticello blitzed that time and got good penetration, but Seeley's just really hard to bring down. He was able to break the first tackle and then take a couple guys with him.
2 receivers here. Fakes the handoff. Throws over the middle. It is tipped, deflected away. Getting a paw up there and knocking that one away is Max Kelleher. As Kelleher got the right hand up there and batted away. It ended up landing shy of the end zone there. Incomplete. Intended right over the middle for Anamosa. 1:46 to go. Now 4th down and 2. His ball is on the 16-yard line as the Blue Raiders go left to right.
And he was wide open. Good thing the ball was tipped, yeah.
As it was intended for the other Walton. Andrew Walton wide open. There's Walton to the left side. That's McClain. Catches that one. As going to be knocked out of bounds right about the 10-yard line. It'll be good for the first down as Tony Waller was out there and able to knock him out of bounds. As a 7-yard gain on the play. First down and 10. The 6th first down for Anamosa. 1:40 to go here in the first. And a lot of Anamosa offense on the field. Haven't seen much of Monticello's. 7-0. Blue Raiders with the advantage right now. Here is Seeley with the stutter step there. Gets over the 10-yard line, then met by a slew of Panthers. Take the pick there with the interior front as I don't know the numbers that we're seeing here on the roster. Always good on opening night. As No, not on either roster that we have. 1 minute to go here in the first quarter. Second down and 7. 2 receivers. Here is Seeley with the handoff, and he gets hit behind the line of scrimmage. It appears just inside the 10, around the 8 or 9 yard line. About a loss of 1, it appears, as Wade Pickering on the tackle. As they do give him a loss of, 1?
Yeah. And like I talked about earlier, Monticello's got great penetration last 3 or 4 plays on that particular play that Anamosa was running. That time they were just able to tackle Seeley in the backfield.
30 seconds and counting. Third down and 8. Ball's on the 8 yard line. 4 receivers set. Puts his man in motion. McLean goes right to left and goes across the middle. Walton rolling out. He's going to throw across the middle to McLean and has his man for the touchdown. The 8 yard touchdown pass. McLean was the man in motion, and he went right to left, split back in the middle, and a little slant pattern there, and found himself open as Walton did a nice throw as rolling out to his right. Anamosa scores for the second time here tonight.
And that was a great job by McLean, too. You know, he kind of followed his quarterback across the field, found that open spot in the end zone, and just kind of sat down, waited for the throw, and that was a great job.
The basket catch, and Anamosa leading 13-0 as Andrew Walton on, the 6'2" senior kicker, and hoops this one almost to the new track here at Monticello as Walton adds a point to make it 14-0. 19.2 to go in the first quarter. A quick break. Back after this from KMCH Sports.
Anderson is the leader in doors and windows. They set the bar high with high-performing, dependable, energy-efficient products for your renovation and building projects. Contact your local vendor, Delhi Lumber, at 922-2404 for all of your window needs. Delhi Lumber, your authorized Anderson Windows dealer. Big-town quality with small-town service.
This is Dr. Tim Collier from Dental Associates of Manchester. We take pride in the environment we provide our patients with a caring attitude and unsurpassed comfort. For the kind, compassionate, and competent dental care you deserve, call us at 927-GRIN. Dental Associates of Manchester, creating healthy smiles for life.
Jay's Auto Supercenter in Manchester has quality pre-owned vehicles, great financing options, a full-service department, body shop, and detail department. See their full line of vehicles online at jsautosales.net. That's Jay's Auto. Customer satisfaction is their #1 priority.
Jay's Auto!
Eastern Iowa Sports Station. Mix 94.7 KMCH.
19.2 to go here in this first quarter. Anamosa with the advantage, 14-0. Took a lot of time off the clock and a tremendous drive for Anamosa. Talking about ball control and doing what you want to early on in the season. You can't write it up much better than that, Barnsley.
Yeah, absolutely. I think if you could have asked Coach Stan, how would you want this game to start? This is about as good a scenario as you could put together. You know, Coach Wilson, same boat as far as they move the football. The penalty really killed them when you get a 60-yard gain and then all of a sudden it becomes a 15-yard penalty. They didn't move the ball after that, but he's still got to be encouraged by the fact that they did move the ball.
Here's Walton's kickoff. Will lower this time, going to be caught at the 10-yard line, bringing it out and hops in the air trying to hurl a defender. Then Logan Seeley was there to slam him down as Andrew Mesher on the return. 13.1 to go. And as a player for Monticello here, Ryan, you're down. As Barnsley said, you have some positives going on. Just a couple things here and there. You got to get yourselves back in here and get some offense going and show the Blue Raiders that you're here to stay early on in this game.
Yeah, the most important thing right here is just to keep your composure. You know, you moved the ball great that first drive. It's just a matter of getting back into what works and capitalizing on the mistake.
3 receivers set for Monadnock with Kelleher behind him. There's a pass to the right side after a fake handoff, and it's going to be incomplete. Does it touch the ground?
Yeah, I think it did. I think so, Ryan.
Yeah. Intended for Devin Krause, the sophomore, on the far side. Good defensive presence there by Brian Sayre, the 6'1 senior, has 8.5 to go. Second down and 10 now. 14-0. Anamosa, this 79th annual Cowbell game, 98th overall, 100th meeting just in 2 years as the series that started back in 1895. As here is Monadnock looking left, now throwing over the middle, over the 40-yard line. As he skips his way to about the 44-yard line. Gavin Cooper with the catch as Dylan Rickles on the tackle, a 22-yard catch and run there.
And that was a well-thrown football.
2.6 to go, quarter one. Clock is started here. Now, that will be the end of the first quarter. Now, Coach Kite, Coach Wilson, motioning something, talking to the sideline judge. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. 14-0. Anamosa with the advantage as the battle of the cowbell returns right after this in KMCH Sports.
Hi, this is Jamie Vasky at Don & Walt LLC, your independent Lennox dealer in Manchester, encouraging you to plan ahead. Have us check your heating or air conditioning unit before you need it. For residential or commercial plumbing and heating needs and top quality Lennox furnaces and heating units, see Don & Walt LLC on East Main Street in Manchester, or give us a call at 927-2232.
Kelleher's Jewelry, your jewelry experts in Monticello. Before you make your commitment, look at Kelleher's. A diamond of perfection deserves a jeweler of equal distinction. Choose Kelleher's Jewelry in Monticello for your jeweler today.
Family fun and great food await you at Lightning Lanes Family Center and Captain and Tennille's Sports Bar. Come out for a fun night of bowling or watch the big game on their 10-foot HD big screen. And of course, great food and your favorite beverages. Lightning Lanes Family Center and Captain and Tennille's Sports Bar on East Main in Manchester.
Farmers Savings Bank proudly supports all area athletes and their coaching staff. For all your banking needs, visit them in Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, Arlington, and Aurora, or online at farmersavingsbank.com. Member FDIC.
Viafield is your headquarters for all your seed, chemical, and fertilizer needs. They have professional service and quality products needed to bring the best crop to market. Viafield, providing growth opportunity for 18 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota.
Monticello Sports is your retail sporting goods store in Monticello. They carry shoes, uniforms, and equipment and do screening for all area schools. Monticello Sports, your specialty sporting goods shop in Monticello.
Hello, everybody. This is Gary Dolphin, voice of the Iowa Hawkeyes. You're listening to the high school area game of the week on Mix 94.7 KMCH.
And back into D. Nelson Field here in Monticello. As Monticello has the ball going left to right, Monadnock kept it, hit in the backfield by a couple of Blue Raiders. The first to get a knock on him was Sean Burr, the 6-foot junior. It's a loss of 1 or 2 on the play. They call it on the scoreboard. Second down, 11 from the 43 now, 11:38 and counting here in this second quarter. Monticello continues to have struggles of getting something going offensively here. 4 receivers, trips to the near side, the long side of the field. Here's a pass out to Krause. He gets hit and then hit again behind the 40-yard line. And a hit there. The first to hit him was number 21, Brian Sayre. The man that came and wrapped up was number 26, Walker Marsh on the play. As the ball is right on the 40, so another loss of about 3. Third down and 14, 11:03 to go. And good defense by Anamosa. They are really ball hawking here, and they're doing a nice job.
And Krause landed awkwardly on that, but he's back up and running here.
Here's Monadnock throwing it down the middle field. Has a wide open man, but Kevin Cooper. He catches it and runs past the 25-yard line as brought down by Dylan Rickles was out there. Also there was Zach McLean as a nice gain on the play there. 26-yard pass play there as first down and 10 from the 23. 10:46 to go here in this quarter number 2. 3 receivers, I should say. 2 near side. Monadnock takes the handoff, rolling out, trying to get out left side, just keeping it running, and then gets shellacked just shy of the 20-yard line by Walton, I believe. Also, Nathan Diedeker, I should say. Thank you. 6'2" junior has 2 yards on the play. Second down and 8. Ball's on the 21, 10:24 and counting here in quarter number 2. Blue Raiders lead 14-0.
Well, and give Monadnock credit because he threw another terrific football. Open receiver, but boy, he hit him right in stride.
3 receivers this side, 1 on the far side. Here's a pitch right side as Kelleher slashes past the 20-yard line, down inside the 20 before he's hit at about the 16 by Walker Marsh and also Andrew Walton. 5-yard gain or so. Third down and about 3 here. Ball's on the 16, 9:15 counting. Quarter number 2. Our officials here on night number 1, Steve Schaub of Cedar Rapids, Brett Matier of Waterloo, Cal Norris of CR, Kevin Fink of Center Point, Sam Burt of Cedar Rapids as well. And this is going to be a touchdown. Max Kelleher gets off the right side and sprints to the end zone, a 16-yard touchdown run. Monticello on the board with their first touchdown of the new season.
Yeah, nothing special about that. Exact same play they just run, a little quick pitch. They're running away from the formation. I think they might think Anamosa's overloading the strength and run into that backside of the formation, and two good plays back-to-back led to the touchdown.
That was a great play out there by Mesher to steal off that edge, let him screw right through there, and pretty much went untouched.
And here is Gavin Hullab on to attempt the extra point with his holder. Chase and right through for the 7th point of the game for Monticello. 14-7 in favor of Anamosa. The Battle of the Cowbell here tonight from Dean Nelson Field. We'll keep it right here as the Panthers have cut the lead in half now after a shaky start on offense here on this set that Monticello was able to score on. It didn't look promising from the get-go, but we talked about them staying grounded, staying focused, getting themselves back in this ball game with some points, and they got it done.
Yeah, exactly. It's just what we said, John. It's just a matter of keeping your composure, finding out what works and keep going after. You did a great job finding the middle of the field and exploiting that. You want to throw your receiver open on those post routes, but if he gets behind that safety, find that opening, and hopefully you can hit him, and they did a couple times.
9:34 to go here in this quarter number 2. 14-7, the lead now here for Anamosa.
And now it'll be interesting to see how the Blue Raiders respond. They've given up points for the first time all year. They were on cruise control a little bit with that 14-0 lead. So far offensively, they've looked really, really good. See how they look here and see if Monticello makes any adjustments.
Gavin Hullab will kick it off left to right from the 40-yard line. Back deep for the Blue Raiders, Zach McLean and Logan Seeley, the return man to the featured members of this offense for head coach Lucas Stammen's first season, assisted by Zach Sousel, a former West Branch player for Butch Peterson, Ryan Hintel, Pat Kading, Caleb Huss, Dave Martinson, David Stimper, and Trevor Green, the coaching staff of the Blue Raiders. This is caught at about the 70-yard line as Seeley goes right, then left, and back towards the middle of the field, and right again as he is stripped up and taken down past the 25-yard line at about the 25 or so. And Tyler Owens, the senior defensive back, able to make the play that time, will be at the 27-yard line, 1st and 10, 9:27 to go, quarter number 2, 14-7, Anamosa. The Raiders come out with receivers on the far side. Walton and the offense taking a little time getting set up here. A little confusion maybe?
Yeah, a little bit.
Two in the backfield with Walton. Seeley is one of them, and he gets the handoff, goes straight ahead off to the right side of the far hash, and works his way towards that, over that 25-yard line and getting in there and making the tackle, the takedown there is Kirkland Kibbers as loss of a couple on the play. 2nd down and 12. Ball's on the 25-yard line. Shotgun, man in motion, right to left McLean. He's going to hand it off to McLean, who is in motion going left to right. Slam down, a takedown there for 2 points. If they're on the wrestling mat, slam down right on the 20. There by Lake Stolberg, and the wrestler, no wonder why he slammed him down for the takedown. The junior makes a nice play there defensively for Monticello.
Great penetration.
8.5 to go. Looking, rolling out right side. Walton on the run, has pressure, going to throw it on the run. It's batted away, nearly intercepted, but a nice play by the defender, just knocking that ball down instead of throwing towards the catch. As Jacob Monadok, the safety for the Panthers defense, and the Panthers get a stop here. It'll be a 4th and 16 situation, and the Blue Raiders will be forced to punt as they're on their own 21-yard line with 8:24 to go here in quarter number 2.
They only got to stop. They made it look easy. They dominated the line of scrimmage, and even that last pass probably should have never been thrown.
Back to punt Maverick Totten here, the 6-foot junior. First, we have a whistle and a timeout, it appears, as Anamosa going to take their first timeout here of the night.
And I just don't think they have the right guys on the field for the punt team.
So 14-7, 8:24 to go here in quarter number 2. We talked about the first game in the series back in 1895, won by Anamosa. There was no meetings in this series from 1898 to 1921 as the series got too violent. Football was abolished at Anamosa High School from 1920 to 1921. 24 seasons without the matchup of Anamosa and Monticello. As they started again in 1939, the cowbell was created by the two principals of the two schools at the time to capture a more friendly environment. And since then, it's been going now 79th edition this year. Monticello leads the overall series and the cowbell series 44-31-3. The punt here as time is on the 10-yard line. They'll put it away. As that is Cooper. He'll take it right at the 44-yard line. Got a stutter step there. Had a blocker waiting for him to get through. And it gets out to about the 49-yard line. Monticello have decent field position here, going left to right with 8:14 of the clock here in the first half.
He dropped it, Swish. Caught it and dropped it and then had to pick it back up. So that's why he stutter stepped. Otherwise, I think that's going to be a good return.
Nice job by Cooper recovering there, staying with that ball and able to make a little something out of what could have been a dangerous play there. As here comes Monticello. 3 receivers, 2 to the near side, the long side of the field. And the shotgun is Monadnock. He's camped out right on the 45-yard line. Gets it, fakes a pass to the right side of Krause. Now he's going to tuck and run right up the middle. There's a gaping hole. 45, 40. Off and running still. 30, 25, 20. He can go all the way to the end zone. And he does. Touchdown. Touchdown, Panthers. What a scamper.
Now we're going to face up now, Swish.
Oh, they're marking it back. Just inside the 5 at about the 2 or 3 yard line. They are. Good catch on that one. The middle official did call touchdown, but the sideline man was all over it and called that he stepped out at the 3-yard line. So no touchdown yet here for Monticello. Still looking for their second of the game. As 14-7, 7:59 to go, but what a nice long run there for the Panthers on that one by the quarterback, the senior Jacob Monarch, stepping up.
And that power formation now, Swish, direct snap to
Kelleher. He'll go right up the middle and in. Beautiful job there by Monticello blocking, and not much else they could do. And that is a 3-yard touchdown run, the second touchdown running style for Kelleher and the Panthers tonight. And they are a point away, an extra point away from tying this game up.
and give Monadnock credit. That was supposed to be a pass play. Saw everybody covered, sidestepped the first rusher, and then the middle was wide open, and he just peeled his way down to the 3.
And Gavin Hubbard is on again for the extra point to tie it up. 7:53 to go in the second quarter. Snap is good. The kick is up, and that is good as well. Tucked on the left side. And we are knotted at 14. 7:53 to go in the first half of play. Monticello has responded after being down 14-0. More of our area online and playback game of the week right after this from KMCH Sports.
The Eastern Iowa Shopping News and the Dyersville Commercial recognize the hard work and dedication of all area athletes. Check out the weekly sports section in the commercial for scores and information. The Eastern Iowa Shopping News and Dyersville Commercial, supporting your communities.
For fan food, not fast food, visit your after-the-game headquarters, Manchester Dairy Queen. It's quick, it's easy, your family will love it. Manchester Dairy Queen.
It's no secret that people come to Fairway in Manchester for their famous meats, but as you dash back to the counter to pick up your USDA choice ribeyes, don't be surprised if you find yourself lingering among the delicious fruits and vegetables in the produce department. Shop Fairway in Manchester for low prices and all your grocery needs.
Eastern Iowa Sports Station. Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Really? Back inside, Dan Reed, really. It's a tie ball game. 7:53 to go here in quarter number 2. As the Panthers lining up to kick off left to right. Hullab will do the honors, and is back to return for Anamosa is McLean and Seeley once again. And Sullivan waiting for the official to give them the football here on opening night of the new season for a majority of the state of Iowa. 2017 football season underway. This is the game that we kind of thought would happen, a rerun of last year's back and forth tussle, 38-34 downfield in Anamosa. Monticello coming out on top as they scored in the final seconds of that game to get the win a year ago. Mulla pops it up in the air to Seeley. At about the 14-yard line, Seeley able to run off the right side. Almost got a holder to break it, but able to get out there and make the play was Monticello. Mesher was over there, I believe, and Chase Lunsman as well for Monticello to get the takedown. 7:47 to go here in the second quarter. We're knotted up at 14. So great job by Monticello responding. And after down 14 to nothing, so things weren't going their way. They made some adjustments, and here we are tied.
Yeah, important drive here for Anamosa just because they need positive yardage. I mean, they had 2 negative plays and an incompletion that could have been fixed last series.
Yeah, St. trying to get Uncle Bo back on their sideline now. Here's Walton throwing in the ground. A ground ball that hit in front of McLean. He's able to field it off the bounce, but doesn't count in this sport that he's playing tonight. As McLean, a talented baseball player for the Blue Raiders in the summertime as well. 7:43 to go. After the incomplete pass, 2-10, second down and 10, I should say, here from the 34-yard line. Knotted up at 14. Blue Raiders come out with a 4-receiver set again. Trips on the near side, the long side of the field. Walton in the shotgun. Takes the handoff as here he is running. Just going to keep it and go off to the left side. Tripped up. Nice play there by Monticello as Tony Wallach comes in and lets the crowd know who made the tackle that time. As third down 11, loss of 1 of the play. Not too sure. It was a little mix-up with who was supposed to get that ball that time. It looks like it wasn't a design run for Walton. What do you see?
Absolutely it wasn't. And you know, Ryan talked earlier about Monticello keeping their composure. Right now, Anamosa's lost theirs. They're not running the plays right. Guys are panicking. They just need to relax and move the football.
4 receivers stretch to the far side. Low snap to Walton. Pulls it out of the turf, and he throws it on the run. Right side, it's caught right at the 49-yard line, getting over the 50 before he's thrown out of bounds. Is Walton, Andrew Walton with the catch, and then he was pushed out of bounds by Chase Lunsman. First and 10 Blue Raiders, 6:58 to go, right on the 50-yard line. Here we're in the second quarter as we're tied at 14.
And that's just what the doctor ordered. They just needed something positive. They need to relax. They were panicking. Monticello definitely had the momentum, and you know, now they made a positive play. We'll see how they react.
2 receivers set, 3 in the backfield, along with the quarterback. Walton shotgun, turns around, second man through. That is Seeley. Off left to right, now getting over the 40-yard line before he is finally stopped. Good for a first down, and now a flag comes in after the play.
Yeah, and I didn't see what happened. I saw 2 guys battling away from the play here, but I have no idea what it was.
Coming in,
Did you see it, Ryan?
I did not see one. No, I did not see it.
Making the tackle is Brody Brokaw, the junior for Monticello. Also there, number an 11-yard gain. Thank you. As first down and 10 waiting here as unsportsmanlike on Monticello is the call. That's the second one of those we've seen here tonight. Their third penalty of the game. Anamosa has 1. So the Blue Raiders will go right to left. Nothing that we could see, but full extracurricular, and the officials trying to keep it clean. It came from the back judge who came in and threw his yellow hanky.
And there was definitely something going on, and I didn't see what happened, so I can't say for sure what happened. But a lot of times you see the second part of it. I think that's what Coach Wilson is saying also.
What's very frustrating for the Monticello faithful that thinks they saw what happened first. 2 receivers now. Walton in shotgun. 6:50 and counting here. First down and 10 for the Blue Raiders. Here's Walton right over the 20-yard line. Has got a gaping hole and now spins and bumps his way inside the 15. And
you know, going back to the play before Swish, and both coaches are very good at coaching this, but that's what discipline's all about. You cannot retaliate. You cannot argue with an official, and we've seen Monticello do both those things to this point in the first half. I'm sure Coach Wilson will clean that up at halftime.
Another first down here for Anamosa. Their 8th of the first half unofficially. We're tied at 14. Another first down and 10. 2 receivers. Walton in the shotgun. Pitch it right side. Seeley trying to get the quarter turn. Does after getting initially hit and pushed out of bounds as Seeley on the carry and tackled by Gavin Cooper on the play. As
they've run that option play 3 times now, and all 3 times the running backs made a great catch. The pitch has just not been solid. Their pitch relationship's just really not good. Their running back's too close to that quarterback on that. That's something that Anamosa will have to clean up at halftime as well.
Second down and 8. Man in motion right to left. Here is a handoff. Right up the middle as a pick-me out as well. Great job by Logan Seeley. Faked the handoff to the guy in motion, and Seeley got it. Second man through on the backfield. He scampered right through everybody along that right hash and in the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Raiders.
And that's a great call. They've been running that motion to McLean, and that hasn't always been successful, but they faked that and then gave the ball to Seeley right up the middle. And I'm not going to lie, Swish, you would have scored on that. That was a gaping hole.
Thanks for the credit there for my electric speed. Not so much. 12-yard gain there, and the touchdown run by Seeley is first of the night, and the extra point by Walton right through. 6:23 to go. Quarter number 2. 21-14 now, Blue Raiders. Back after this from KMCH Sports.
Long Creek Homes is family-owned and operated with locations in Anamosa, Makokata, Wilton, and Olwine. They sell manufactured and modular homes and can deliver to your location or set up at one of their parks, or you can design your own. Long Creek Homes, they want to take you home.
Head to Fireside Pub and Steakhouse before or after the game or anytime, featuring steaks, seafood, pasta, sandwiches, and even fresh-made pizza. They say it's the best around. Visit them on the web at firesidemanchester.com for a full menu and special offers.
Just like a great coach, State Farm agents like me, Julie Smith, can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs. Whether it's car, home, life, health, or business insurance, I can dig into the playbook and help you find the affordable coverage you need. For all your insurance needs, call on a winning team, the Julie Smith State Farm Agency in Manchester.
Stop by Dyersville Comics and Games, your local comic book and gaming store today. Gaming events go on daily, and there is a great selection of comics and games to choose from. It's definitely worth a stop. Dyersville Comic and Games, located on 2nd Avenue Southeast in Dyersville. Best of luck to all area athletes and coaches on a successful season.
Hello, everybody. This is Gary Dolphin, voice of the Iowa Hawkeyes. You're listening to the high school area game of the week on Mix 94.7 KMCH.
And back in to D. Nelson Field here in Monticello. 6:23 to go, second quarter. 21-14 in favor of Anamosa. They were able to score their 3rd time, the first via the run, as the first 2 touchdowns were passes. They scored twice, and Monticello answered with 2 running touchdowns, both by Max Kelleher, and then a 12-yard touchdown run with Logan Seeley here with just over 6:20 to go. As here is
what a great kick.
Ball that bounced down at the 20, kind of an angle shot left to right from Walton, getting it and then taking a shellacking there. Was a couple of players on the far side. The ball carrier gets just shy of the 30, Gavin Cooper, as the tackle by Dylan Rickles and Walker Marsh in the play for Anamosa. First down and 10, going left to right on their own 28 here. 6:18 to go. 21-14 now in favor of Anamosa.
And as good as kick as that was, I think it was an equally good catch and return because it bounced twice. And sometimes that football bounces twice, you don't know what's going to happen. But he did a good job of fielding it and then went north.
And now Monticello, the handoff. First man through, getting over the 35-yard line. The ball carrier, Max Kelleher, is stripped up and taken down by Maverick Cotton. And a gain of about 6 on the play. Oh, they give him 8.
Or
second down and 2.
Going 9.
Oh, they thought the whistle blew. Monarch stopped. He looked back at the head referee. The defense stopped, and Monarch took off and ran for a first down. I don't know if I've ever seen that in high school football.
I did not see it. I was still trying to figure out how they spotted the ball 9 yards up on the last play.
And I was trying to figure out, too.
The scoreboard had 8. We had 6. And, yeah, the chain game looked like they had goes to 9. And a first down there. That was the weirdest first down you'll see. 1st and 10 now. The ball is on their own 44. 5:40 and counting. Here's a little pitch toss right side. This is Kelleher, shake and bake. Gets his way back to the 50. Now, great footwork by Kelleher. All the way down, almost to the 40. Go mark him just shy as the Blue Raiders come in and get the stop. As Matthew Walton, the 6'3" junior there with the takedown. 21-14. Here is our score, Anamosa. 5:35 to go in the second quarter. 1st and 10. Ball is on the 40 now of Anamosa. Panthers have it left to right. Here is Kelleher again. Gets through 30, 25. He is gone. Touchdown. Touchdown, Monticello. Max Kelleher again. This time his longest run of the game. A 40-yard touchdown scamper for Kelleher. He has all 3 Panther touchdowns, and they're a point away from tying it up once again.
Anamosa brought blitz off both edges, and Kelleher just knifed right up inside. And when you blitz everybody and they miss it, then there's nobody left. And Walton was the only one who had a chance to get him, and he was able to dodge Walton and score the touchdown. Good run, good block.
Max Kelleher has come alive here for Monticello, one of the relied offensive players. Coach Wilson and the offensive staff were looking for. Hullum kicks it right through, and we are tied again at 21. Another break, and we'll be back. This is Area Game of the Week from KMCH Sports.
The victory is yours at Victory Ford.
Hey, this is James Halverson, Service Manager at Victory Ford in Dyersville. Our service and parts team at Victory Ford is dedicated to keeping your car in tip-top shape. And our sales department makes buying a car easy and hassle-free. Stop out to Victory Ford in Dyersville or online at victoryfordonline.com. Good luck, athletes and coaches.
Pete's Small Engine Repair is your small engine specialty repair shop in Monticello. Best of luck to all area athletes and coaching staff for a great season from Pete's Small Engine Repair in Monticello.
At Three Rivers, our customers come first. Your business is very important to us. Our goal is to provide you with the best products and service that you have come to expect from Three Rivers. Visit our website at threeriversfs.com or the location nearest you. Three Rivers, your partner in growth solutions.
Eastern Iowa Sports Station, Mix 94.7, KMCH.
Back in the Dan Reed Memorial Press Box, John Swisher, Kevin Barnes, and Ryan Hauser overlooking D. Nelson Field here in Monticello. 5:20 to go. Another outstanding game in this series as we're tied at 21 now. Just over halfway through this second quarter, Holland will kick it off on opening night of the 2017 football season for both of these teams. It's Tinkin at about the 10-yard line from Logan Seeley, going left to right. He stiffs on the defender and now knocked out of bounds after being initially touched by a Panther at about the 30-yard line. There is a penalty marker down on the play. As pushing him out of bounds was the Panthers' Dallas Bowser, a junior, and we'll see what this flag is indicating here. 5:11 to go in the second quarter, and a ball on Anamosa. That'll be the second penalty. 5th of the night, 2 on Anamosa, 3 on Monticello so far in this game. We'll get a full stat recap at halftime here from our friends from the Monticello football staff who keep their stats, Pat Rinker and company, as 5:11 to go here in the second frame, as Anamosa be backed up here just inside the 20-yard line, from the 17 to be exact. 3 receivers set, 2 on the far side, the short side of the field. Walton in the shotgun. He will get it and then hand off to Seeley, who goes, no, a fake handoff. Walton has it, and he has room to run. 35-40, 45-50. One man to beat, and he's going to beat him. 30, 20, 10. No flags on the play. Touchdown, Blue Raiders. They strike right back. What a tremendous fake there. Not only did it fake out me, it faked out the Panther defense, and that's what mattered as Walton able to run for a while.
Starting to think the first team to make a tackle wins.
My goodness. Another long touchdown run there.
And give Walton all the credit in the world. That was a great fake, very patient with it. Seeley's been killing them on the last drive. They all went with him. And, you know, that's a nice 86-yard touchdown run.
Going 80.
Because of the penalty switch.
Okay, there's a kick up and good with Walton as the extra point good. 28-21 now, 28-21. Anamosa with the advantage here in the second quarter of play. Another quick break, and we're back after this from KMCH Sports.
Citizen State Bank, your locally owned, community-minded, and customer-oriented bank, is here to serve you. Choose one of their 7 convenient locations in Winthrop, Monticello, Manchester, Ryan, Strawberry Point, Hopkinton, and New Vienna. Citizen State Bank, community banking with people you know, member FDIC.
Kramer Brothers Dairy Supply in Monticello appreciates all the hard work and dedication put forth in the classroom, gym, and on the field. Best of luck to all area athletes from your dairy experts, Kramer Brothers Dairy Supply in Monticello.
This is Jamie Vaskey, the voice of the West Delaware Hawks, and I've had the chance to review the Good Neighbor Society's playbook, and I got to tell you, they are friends in your neighborhood, designing plays to get you home fast. If you need help getting back in the game, contact the Good Neighbor Society Rehab to Home team at 563-927-3907.
Eastern Iowa Sports Station, Mix 94.7, KMCH.
And back in to D. Nelson Field. 4:56 to go. Anamosa coming right back after a Monticello touchdown to tie it up, and they've untied it. As 28-21, we've been tied 2 times so far this game. Walton will kick off from the 40, going right to left. On opening night here, week number 1, the final Friday night, the month of August 2017. Here's a low liner now. It's going to hit the hands of the return man at the 12-yard line, picking it up and going left to right. I believe it's Gavin Cooper. And it is, and he's taken down by a host of Blue Raiders there. The first to touch him, though, was Cade McNamara. It appears the 5'11" junior getting in there. The first time we've called his name tonight. One of the newer juniors getting some time here for the Blue Raider coaching staff. We talked about the members on their staff. Les Wilson, assisted by John Kite, the head coach here at Monticello, 2000 graduate. He was the head coach for 3 years. Nathan Priest, Dustin Chapman, Greg Williams, and Donnie Kramer, long-time coaches in the district on the staff. And this is a handoff. First man through, bullying his way past the 25-yard line, and great blocking there by Monticello up front to get the game. Max Keller on the carry. As getting in there, Van Barnett, the 6'3" senior, has a 6-yard gain. Second down and 4 from the 26.
And Kelleher's just having his way these last 2 series, and you gave credit up front as you should, but you wonder how much both teams are wearing down with this type of pace.
And it's looking to the left side, going to throw it, and it's caught at the 37-yard line, going up on the sideline, wrangled down. They went up in the air and came back down, out of bounds, as Andrew Mesher caught the ball, and taking him out of bounds on the far side was Matthew Walton. And a 1st and 10 here for the Panthers, their first down in a while. They're 5th now in the first half of play. A cool night, unlike most week 1 ball games that we've usually seen, as a game time temperature 70 degrees, both real and feel like. Here's a handoff up the middle as Kelleher gets it over the 50-yard line for a couple before the Blue Raiders get to him. And Nathan Dedeker and also Van Barnett in on the stop for the Blue Raiders that time. Light winds tonight out of the east and 64% humidity here in Jones County in this battle of Highway 151 teams.
Geez, I would have guessed 63 swish.
Humidity. You can't always get it right.
It is a beautiful night, and your point is well taken. That thank God it's not hot and humid. They'd really be struggling.
As there is a rollout by Monadnock over the 50, and going to be taken down just shy of the 45-yard line. They'll mark about the 46, 47, I would imagine, as coming in and making the stop is Brian Sayer for the Blue Raiders that time.
Yeah, it's a terrific play by Brian Sayer, and give Nathan Diedeker credit. He bounced the play outside, and Sayer filled from his cornerback position. And one of the few times here in the last quarter and a half that Anamosa held Monticello to a no gain or small gain on the play.
So 3rd down and 5 now. From the 48 to 50 and counting. 3 receivers all that far side. Right on the right hash is a handoff to Kelleher. Nice job by Kelleher moving those feet, using the blocking that he supplied. Gets over the 40, all the way down to the 35. Another first down, 6 of the first half for Monticello. And coming in, making the tackle that time, Chandler Seeley, the big 6'2" junior for Anamosa. Gain of about 12 of the play. First down and 10 from the 35-yard line, 2:40 and counting. Here in his second quarter.
I continue to be impressed with his patience. I just think he does a great job of being patient, letting the play develop, letting the hole develop, and then giving up inside.
Direct snap to Monarch. He takes it and runs, no hesitation that time, over to the 30. Then he marked down at about the 27-yard line. A nice game before a few Blue Raiders got there. Walton, McLean, and also Brian Sayer around the play. And there's our first stop of the night for an injured player. And we talked about usually on week number 1, we have a lot of stoppages in play with the cramping issue and one of your favorite drinks, not just when it's hot out, pickle juice.
Well, I brought some tonight.
Yeah, just in case. Yeah. You never know when you're going to need
I'm cramped up before up here.
It's a workout up here.
It is.
Keeping track of everything. As 2:18 to go, 2nd down and 3 from we resume as they pick up, bring out the injured player. That's Kirkland Kibbers, the senior offensive and defensive lineman. He's helped out by a couple of teammates who are not dressed here tonight.
And I saw him jogging during one of the dead balls earlier, Swish. I think he may have hurt himself earlier and then hurt himself worse.
As they get over to the bench so the trainers can take a look at Kirkland Kibbers. 2:18 to go here in the second quarter. 2nd down and 3.
And I think, is he the center? I saw him grab the football like they were going to try to get somebody else some reps. So I wonder if he normally plays the center position and now they had to move somebody else in.
I think the starting center, Lorenzen, started.
Okay. Then maybe not. I could have lied.
Unless they made a change there, we didn't see it here, and that could have happened. Monarch throws over the middle, has a man that's caught inside the 10, gets all the way down inside the 5 with 2 defenders straight on him. It's Walton and Rickles, I believe, that were right there. And a nice job by Cooper, able to make that play. A 24-yard catch and run by Gavin Cooper, and puts the Panthers in great position here. 1st and goal from the 3-yard line. Exactly 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter.
Well, all sports are team sports. He gets time to throw the football. He steps up and throws a nice football, and that's a heck of a catch. That's a good play all the way around.
Full house. Everybody in with a bad snap as it hit the hands of Kelleher, and I'm also going to recover it at the 14-yard line. Kelleher takes off his helmet in disgust and is walking off the field.
I was wondering, Swish, if they didn't switch centers, if the injury didn't cause that to.
Did we see who covered it up for Anamosa? It was Dylan Rickles able to get there. So Anamosa comes up with a big defensive play. Our first turnover of the game, a big one, as Monticello was knocking on the doorstep of tying this game up for the 3rd time. But the first turnover there with 1:46 to go here in the second quarter. A fumble. It wasn't a terrible snap, but one that Keller had kind of reached up and out for, and he just didn't pull it in before he ran.
Yeah, and he's such an athlete. I think he thought he could grab it, but he just, on that, he had no real chance at it.
Anamosa now, right to left from their own 14, 1st and 10. Walton backs up almost to the goal line. Pressure coming, throws a screen pass over the middle, caught. Walton connection is caught at the 16, off and running on the far side, and he's outrunning everybody. 40, 35, 30, and there he goes to the end zone on the run, and I misspoke. That is Nathan Diedeker, thank you. It looked like the number 14, but a 4 stuck in there on me as Nathan Diedeker, the 86-yard.
Middle screen. they ran it earlier. They ran a little different formation with it and ran it to McLean, and this time they came back to Dedeker and one great block on the outside by Zach McLean, and he was gone.
I was just going to bring up that block. Kevin, that was a great point. All it took was one guy, and that was the only one he had to beat. And
it wasn't McLean, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, McLean took care of it, and it was off the house.
Walton to Dedeker. Walton, the extra point. It's up. And it is no good.
Wide left.
Off the left side, wide left, it is no good there. So it is 34-21 now in favor of the Blue Raiders as we inch closer to halftime. 1:28 to go here in the second quarter of play. And how quickly momentum has turned back and forth in this first half of play.
Well, and give Coach Stanton and the Blue Raiders credit. With a minute and a half to go, they easily could have sat on it. You know, kind of got the, even though it's a middle screen, you know, pretty safe pass, but when you're throwing it at your own 14-yard line, I'm not sure there is such thing as a safe pass. And, you know, give them credit. Kids executed, and that's a big play going into half. But the way we've played this half, there may be 3 more scores yet.
Yeah, you just never know what's going to happen yet. A minute and a half to go as we'll have a live scoreboard update for our online listeners coming up here at halftime. Also take a check of the stats. As one score we have heard, West Delaware is beating Independence of Brownfield of Manchester tonight late in the second quarter, and that one, as it is 21-0. We'll take a look at more area scores on week number 1, the high school football season. Here it's Anamosa 34, Monticello 21 in Monticello tonight. Great crowd on hand. Folks are lined up all the way down the fence lines on each side for the most part. As Anamosa.
So you think I might have an issue getting to the bathroom and getting back at halftime?
Well, you have a couple options, but take your pick. One on the home side is closer, but you better run.
I think Coach Lambert maybe needs to get one up here for us old guys.
Or an elevator downstairs.
Yes.
Here's Walton. Sure, he'll get right on that. There is a ball.
Short kick.
Yeah, flutters down at 21. It's picked up off the bounce, off and running on the far side. Monticello, a great return there, and that is Gavin Cooper again, knocked out of bounds by Walton on the far side, as Andrew Walton, the 6'2 senior, makes the takedown that time. And Panthers, great field position here, so what great confidence it would be if they could strike back with a quick answer before halftime.
Yeah, where we're going tonight, it shouldn't take too long. You know, hopefully they come back over the middle a few times, what's been working, and see what they can dial up.
And for Anamosa, they're trying to not let that happen here and give Monticello any momentum back. As a $1:20 to go until the halftime break. 1st and 10 for the 47. 4 receivers. The handoff is Kelleher. He strips a tackler, gets to the left side, dodges another one, and runs into a couple of Blue Raiders right at the 40-yard line. Taken down there. As Dylan Rickles comes in on the stop for Anamosa. Also Maverick Cotton on the play for the Blue Raiders, and Van Barnett, as a 7-yard gain. 2nd down and 3. Rolling out. Myrock. Here avoids Dedeker. Throws it on the run. Caught at the 31. Then slammed down after initially hit by Sayre. He missed the tackle of Andrew Mesher. And then coming in for the takedown was Walker Marsh with a slam down that time. But a 1st down for Monticello. There's 7th in this first half of play with 46 seconds to go, and that will be the first timeout taken for Monticello. They have 2 remaining here in the first half.
That was a great play by Monarch, too, just showing patience. You know, he slipped that one defender, came in and sidestepped him, got his head right upfield again, and found the man in the flats for a great game.
Well, and you're exactly right, Ryan. Both these plays they've had in this drive, Anamosa's had hands on both backs in the backfield. Haven't been able to bring them down, and you know, both teams are just running the football so hard and they're elusive and may not be great tackling, but I think it's also good athletes with football in their hands.
34-21. Anamosa, 46 seconds until the halftime break. This has been a series that's been mostly competitive over the years. In the 98th meeting here now tonight, there has been 22 shutouts in the series. Monty has had 17, Anamosa 5. The largest margin in victory was for Monticello. They won 80-0 back on November 11th of 1922. As winning last year was Monticello after Anamosa won a couple years. The last win in the series for Anamosa came here in 2014 as October 3rd of 2014, a 26-13 win for Anamosa. Monty won back in 2013, 28-0. Their last win here over their arch rival. Here is a high snap, but getting the pitch right side. Keller takes his time, has some blocking, and just mixes his way over the 25-yard line, getting down to the 20, inside the 20-yard line. Smart, headsy running there by Kelleher, not getting in a hurry, waiting for his blocking.
Yeah, I continue to be impressed, and I'm sure it's going to be a broken record, but he's really good at that.
Three receivers. Here's Monarch, a miss direction by Kelleher. That time it looked like Monarch able to chip his way through it. Now a flag comes in from the backyard, from the goal line, as shooting his way down inside the 10-yard line. Close to the 5 was Monarch on the quarterback keeper, which appeared to be Kelleher going on the wrong side of him. He was looking for the handoff.
Yeah, definitely one guy turned the wrong way, whether it's Kelleher or Monarch, I don't know, but that's second time tonight that Monarch's just been able to ad lib and make a great play. This one's going to come back. They held, and sometimes that happens on a broken play. All of a sudden you have the wrong angle, and so instead of hitting somebody, you reach out and grab them. Both flags came flying in, so I think that one must have been pretty obvious.
And the fourth penalty of the game for Monticello, the 6th of the night. Update from Traer tonight. Northland leading North Tama 13-0. That's at the end of the third quarter. As we're not to halftime yet. 14.5 to go. Of course, that one started at 7 o'clock. We got underway at 7:29 here this evening, and a timeout here called.
Yeah, Monticello called timeout, and Coach Wilson's talking to the head official. I don't know what about. I'm guessing about that play, but most of the time the head official won't come over and just discuss a simple penalty. So it might be something other than that. Maybe it's a clock issue. I don't know. But 14.5. I think Coach Wilson just wants to make sure, which is smart play, that they're all on the same page, especially coming off a big penalty like that.
The record in this series since 2011, 6 for Monticello. They've won 11 of the 17 matchups here in this series on the Pink Out, 5th annual Unity Point Pink Out night here at D. Nelson Field. As Monticello down to Anamosa 34-21. I want to thank our great extra area sponsors here tonight, Monticello and Anamosa Flavor, Kelleher's Jewelry, Kramer Brothers Dairy, Monticello Sports, Pete Small Engine Repair, and those Anamosa flavored sponsors, Fawn Creek Homes, Fidelity Bank and Trust, and Russell Insurance. And we are ready to go. Monarch in the shotgun, 3 receivers, 2 near side, long side of the field. Second down and 2 from the 22-yard line. Monarch with the pitch. This is going to be a halfback pass. Kelleher, no, he's going to keep it and run. Left side, Anamosa able to get to him. And not able to get to the first down, it doesn't appear. A little trickery there, halfback pass option. No one was open. Good job by Anamosa recognizing it and covering everybody up. And it'll be a timeout, Monticello, the 3rd and final down.
Yeah, and I think, Ryan, you can help me on this. I think Kelleher was trying to throw it back to Monarch.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. Yeah, Monarch was rolling back on him that left side of the field, and he just wasn't there. It was a really good job by Anamosa staying home. On those plays like that, it's really tough to have a kid, keep his assignment and stick to it, but great job on that.
3rd down and 1. 6.8 to go. They're in the second quarter.
Well, and the thing here is, Swish, you're out of timeout, and it's 3rd and 1. So if you get the first down, the clock stops. But boy, you're going to have to be really sharp to deaden it. So they're probably going to have to throw this into the end zone or take a shot at the end zone somehow, I would think.
Both teams adjourning their huddles now, and we're ready to go. 34-21. Anamosa with the advantage as we're 6 seconds away to halftime. Going on an hour and almost 20-minute half as Monarch fakes the throw to Krause. Now he's looking deep. Now he's going to tuck it. Walton coming, going to sack him in the backfield. What a nice defensive play. Andrew Walton with the sack behind the line of scrimmage, and that's how our first half comes to a close. Anamosa 34 and Monticello 21. We'll be back with a live scoreboard update of our area teams, and we will getting a check of stats before we return to game action in the third quarter. 34-21. Monticello trailing Anamosa in the Battle of Cowbell 2017. We're back after this from KMCH Sports.
The Edgewood Reminder is proud to support all the area teams in athletic action and appreciates their efforts in the classroom and during sports. Check out all the sports photos in each week's issue of the Edgewood Reminder.
Fidelity Bank and Trust in Anamosa and Monticello has a complete line of banking services, including online banking with bill pay and club accounts for all ages. Fidelity Bank and Trust is proud to sponsor all area athletes and coaching staff and wishes them the best season ever. Fidelity Bank and Trust with locations in Anamosa and Monticello, member FDIC.
TriVet Associates is a mixed animal veterinary clinic with offices in Farley, Dyersville, and Holy Cross. Our 8 doctors serve the Dubuque, Manchester, Guttenberg, and Cascade areas and provide veterinary services to both large and small animals. For more information, find us on Facebook or visit our website, trivetinc.com.
High-Tech Communications is your local service provider for telephone systems, fire detection, audio, video, security and surveillance systems, wiring, and more. High-Tech has decades of experience in the industry. Contact High-Tech at 563-927-4936. Online at hightechcommunications.us. High-Tech Communications, changing your world with technology.
Are you looking for great food and a unique atmosphere? Then make Okoboji Grill your next lunch or dinner destination, or enjoy 2-for-1 happy hour every Monday through Thursday from 4 until 6 p.m. That's Okoboji Grill, 1749 Golf Course Boulevard in Independence. Okoboji Grill, where good friends meet.
When selecting the right tire for your vehicle, you want choice. Bobin Tire and Automotive Service in Manchester gives you choice with the top tire brands available today. For the tire choice you want and the service your vehicle needs, see Bobin Tire and Automotive in Manchester. Open Saturdays for your convenience.
Kelleher's Jewelry, your jewelry experts in Monticello. Before you make your commitment, look at Kelleher's. A diamond of perfection deserves a jeweler of equal distinction. Choose Kelleher's Jewelry in Monticello for your jeweler today.
Whether it's an orthopedic, sports, or occupational injury you are suffering from, Regional Medical Center Therapy Services has you covered. With a customized treatment program, Regional Medical Center Therapy Services can get you back on track in the active game of life. Regional Medical Center, excellence in healthcare close to home.
Why make 10 calls when you can make one call to Mormon Insurance, a member of People's Insurance in Manchester, and get the best quote from 10 different companies on your auto, home, and farm insurance? You can depend on Mormon Insurance for fast, friendly service and quality coverage. Call Kathy or Rachel today at 927-2263. Mormon Insurance, a member of People's Insurance in Manchester.
At Telke Motors, we believe in a gentler, simpler way of doing business. Check out our large selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, as well as a great incentive at TelkeMotors.com. If you're looking for a new, pre-owned vehicle or service on your current vehicle, come to Telke Motors, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram on 9th Street in Dyersville.
Angela Weinkauf with Russell & Russell Insurance in Anamosa wishes all area athletes and coaches continued success. Just like the coaching staff, Russell & Russell Insurance can come up with an insurance plan that's right for you. Russell & Russell Insurance, Anamosa.
Leonard Muller Funeral Home and Crematory wishes all the best to the athletes and appreciates their hard work and scholastic efforts throughout the year. For personal, caring service, Leonard Muller Funeral Home and Crematory in Manchester, Edgewood, and Strawberry Points.
Hey KMCH listeners, GMB is proud to support our area athletes and help bring the sport to you. The GMB Bank team reminds you whatever your financial goals, we're here to help you reach them. Stop by our Manchester location or visit us online at gnbbank.com. Member FDIC.
Going above and beyond is a standard of care at Above and Beyond Home Health and Hospice Care. Their compassionate staff care deeply about the comfort of their patients. A nurse is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Above and Beyond Healthcare, the more they care, the more beautiful life becomes. Proudly serving Jones, Jackson, Johnson, Lynn, Clayton, and Delaware counties.
At Dupaco Community Credit Union, we know debt happens. A debt checkup from Dupaco ensures it's not costing you more than it should. With historic low interest rates, now is the time to bring your loans to Dupaco. Contact us at 563-927-6187 or visit dupaco.com.
The Manchester Press is your community newspaper. Check out the sports section for game stats and photos of area players and game highlights. The Manchester Press, serving the area for over 130 years.
Monticello Sports is your retail sporting goods store in Monticello. They carry shoes, uniforms, and equipment and do screening for all area schools. Monticello Sports, your specialty sporting goods shop in Monticello.
West Bend's home and highway policy provides you with one policy, one bill, one deductible, and one agent, all with no hassle and a portion of your annual premium back in cash if you don't have a claim. To find out more, contact your new West Bend agent, Eric Smith, at Parrott Insurance in Manchester at 927-2791.
Great food and great fun with friends. That's what's waiting for you at Beaver's Lounge in Manchester. Check out their Thursday night bucket of wings special and Friday night fish special. Beaver's also has a different lunch special every Monday through Friday. Beaver's Lounge on the corner of Main and Madison in downtown Manchester. Leave it to Beaver's to show you a good time.
Newhouse Construction and Concrete is proud to support all our area athletes. Give Phil a call at 927-5178 for your commercial, ag, or residential projects, or visit newhouseconstruction.com. Newhouse Construction and Concrete turns design into reality.
Sode's Green Acre, located in Guttenberg, offers a fun shopping experience for the entire family. Retro candy, unique gifts and toys, gourmet foods, coffee and tea, top shelf spirits, craft beer and wine, plus a cafe with full bar service. Sode's Green Acre in Guttenberg. Find them on Facebook.
In sports, as well as banking, numbers mean everything. Making sure you have experienced athletes and bench strength are a critical combination for a winning team. The same goes for our F&M team. With an average longevity of 15 years and 28 members strong, F&M is consistently showing strength in numbers. F&M Bank, the right choice, member FDIC.
Fawn Creek Homes is family-owned and operated with locations in Anamosa, Maquoketa, Wilton, and Olwine. They sell manufactured and modular homes and can deliver to your location or set up at one of their parks, or you can design your own. Fawn Creek Homes, they want to take you home.
Just like you take pride in your vehicle, we take pride in the service work we provide. This is John from Georgian Auto in Manchester. Whether it's routine maintenance or major repairs, we'll take care of your car and get it back on the road. Georgian Auto in Manchester, where complete automotive service and repair is our complete focus.
You may not wear glasses or contacts, but how do you know if you're seeing your best or if your eyes are healthy? Why not be proactive and get your eyes examined? Dr. Daniel E. Mersch and his professional staff at Manchester Family Vision can help. Call 563-927-3682 to schedule an appointment. Manchester Family Vision Center wishes all the local sports teams best of luck this season. Manchester Family Vision Center on West Main, where clear vision begins with healthy eyes.
Contact me, Chad Frazier, at BC Land Services in Earlville for all your maintenance projects such as tree removal and trimming, small dirt work projects, lawn seeding, and more. BC Land Services is fully insured and licensed. Contact me at 563-590-8074 or on Facebook. And best of luck to all area athletes and coaches.
Hi there, this is the voice of the Hawkeyes, Gary Dolphin. You're listening to Area High School Football on Eastern Iowa's high school sports play-by-play leader, Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Well, welcome back in to D. Nelson Field here in Monticello. 34-21 is our halftime score. The Blue Raiders over the Panthers in the 98th edition of this meeting since 1895. 79th overall cowbell. Monticello leads the series in bold as halftime here, 34-21. Blue Raiders with the advantage. Some other scores of area interest. West Delaware leading Independence 23-0. They're early on in the third quarter at Brownfield of Manchester tonight. Nice check from Epworth. It's the Bobcats of Western Dubuque leading Dubuque-Wahlert 9-0. Elsewhere, Cascade having no issues with the Cardinals of Maquoketa tonight. 34-0 Cougars. As Northland leading late in the third quarter over North Tama, a game that started at 7 o'clock down in Traer tonight. 13-0 Northland. No other scores to report at this time. We'll keep checking on to those and let you know as this night goes along. As an update now from Northland's game. Northland beating North Tama 13-6, 8 minutes to go in the ball game. Thanks to Travis Griffith for those updates tonight from Northland. 34-21, over 8 minutes or so to go here in halftime. We will take a timeout, come back with stats, get you ready for the third quarter here from Monticello. 34-21, Anamosa with the lead. Back after this from KMCH Sports.
Pete's Small Engine Repair is your small engine specialty repair shop in Monticello. Best of luck to all area athletes and coaching staff for a great season from Pete's Small Engine Repair in Monticello.
Since 1995, Edgewood Feed Mill Construction has provided customers with a quality pre-engineered building package for their swine facility needs. Edgewood Feed Mill Construction is a general contractor and will assist you with the construction of your livestock facility start to finish. For more information on Edgewood Feed Mill Construction, contact Steve Harris at 563-920-7835.
Fidelity Bank and Trust in Anamosa and Monticello has a complete line of banking services, including online banking with bill pay and club accounts for all ages. Fidelity Bank and Trust is proud to sponsor all area athletes and coaching staff and wishes them the best season ever. Fidelity Bank and Trust with locations in Anamosa and Monticello, member FDIC.
This is Fred Smock from Dunlap Motors in Independence with Chevy, Buick, and certified pre-owned Chevy, Buick, and GMC, and nearly 300 new and used cars and trucks in stock. We have big town inventory with small town service. Go to DunlapMotorsIndy.com.
Kramer Brothers Dairy Supply in Monticello appreciates all the hard work and dedication put forth in the classroom, gym, and on the field. Best of luck to all area athletes from your dairy experts, Kramer Brothers Dairy Supply in Monticello.
At Precision Collision, we are committed to providing you with high-quality auto body repair and paint refinishing. Our expertly trained technicians can repair all accidental damage and get you back on the road in no time. Come visit me, Jeff, for a free estimate. We are located along Highway 20 at the Delaware turnoff. Precision Collision, one call does it all, quality guaranteed.
Bob Stephen Motors in Manchester proudly supports all area athletes. Bob Stephen Motors is your locally owned and operated GM dealer in Manchester. Visit them on the web at bobstephenmotors.com.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. It takes the right financial partner who cares as much about your future as you do, building a financial plan to meet your life's priorities and helping you achieve the financial security you're after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact me, Mitch Payton, or Matt Schulte today. You and Northwestern Mutual, stronger together.
Angela Weinkauf with Russell & Russell Insurance in Anamosa wishes all area athletes and coaches continued success. Just like the coaching staff, Russell & Russell Insurance can come up with an insurance plan that's right for you. Russell & Russell Insurance, Anamosa.
American Trust and Savings Bank wishes all area athletes and coaching staff continued success. American Trust and Savings Bank with locations in Dyersville, Farley, Dubuque, and Des Moines. Simply better banking. Check them out at americantrust.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Sight and good vision is very easy to take for granted until it is taken away. Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa is here to help you.
Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa, located at 225 West Main Street in Manchester and 1113 West 3rd Street in Vinton.
This is Phil from Gateway Appliance in Manchester. When you need service, call us. If it's time for a new appliance, we have the selection you're looking for. Gateway Appliance Sales and Service, 111 West Main Street in Manchester. Or find us online at gateway.biz. That's G, the number 8, WAY.biz, and on Facebook.
Anderson is the leader in doors and windows. They set the bar high with high-performing, dependable, energy-efficient products for your renovation and building projects. Contact your local vendor, Delhi Lumber, at 922-2404 for all of your window needs. Delhi Lumber, your authorized Anderson Windows dealer, big-town quality with small-town service.
This is Dr. Tim Collier from Dental Associates of Manchester. We take pride in the environment we provide our patients with a caring attitude and unsurpassed comfort. For the kind, compassionate, and competent dental care you deserve, call us at 927-GRIN. Dental Associates of Manchester, creating healthy smiles for life.
Jay's Auto Supercenter in Manchester has quality pre-owned vehicles, great financing options, a full-service department, body shop, and detail department. See their full line of vehicles online at jsautosales.net. That's Jay's Auto. Customer satisfaction is their #1 priority.
Jay's Auto!
Hi, this is Jamie Vasky at Don & Walt LLC, your independent Lennox dealer in Manchester, encouraging you to plan ahead. Have us check your heating or air conditioning unit before you need it. For residential or commercial plumbing and heating needs and top quality Lennox furnaces and heating units, see Don & Walt LLC on East Main Street in Manchester, or give us a call at 927-2232.
Hi, everybody. This is Gary Dolphin, voice of the Hawkeyes, and you're listening to the High School Football Area Game of the Week with John Swisher on Mix 94.7 KMCH.
And welcome back in to Dean Nelson Field, 34-21. Anamosa leads Monticello here at halftime. It was 14-0 at the end of the first quarter. Anamosa struck first with 10:26 to go in that first frame on a Walton to McLean touchdown of 61 yards. As another touchdown passing strike, Walton to McLean again, 8 yards that time. 14-0 with 19 seconds to go in the first quarter. In the second quarter, it was Monticello striking 2 times first, 16 yards by Kelleher, and then a 3-yard run by Max Kelleher. With 7:53 to go in the second quarter, it was a 14-14 ball game. Anamosa came back with a running touchdown with 12-yard variety by Logan Seeley as 21-14. The score was 6:23 to go second quarter. Monticello struck again. 40-yard touchdown run by Max Kelleher. Got it up at 21 as the extra point's good by Gavin Hullum as 5:20 to go in the second quarter of play. Anamosa then came back with a run and a passing touchdown of over 80 yards. 83-yard run by Matthew Walton with 4:56 to go in the first half. 28-21 Anamosa, and Anamosa passed 86 yards. Walton to Dedeker 34-21 with 1:28 to go. That's where we sit at halftime as Anamosa with only 2 penalties, 8 first downs. Monticello 4 penalties on the night and 7 first downs, 1 turnover, and it was a big one with 1:46 to go as a fumble as Anamosa was on there, or Monticello was on the Anamosa 3-yard line, and a fumble, the first turnover, and a big one in this ball game as Anamosa able to score, as we talked about, with 1:28 to go. The reason they're up by 13 now as we get close to this third quarter. Barnesy, what else stands out to you stat-wise here?
Well, it's crazy stats for the running backs and quarterbacks. And I'm going to tell you that, Swish, as soon as I find them, because I have them right here.
Sorry to interrupt your Facebook.
No, good Lord, I don't, technology's great till you screw it up. All right.
Thanks to Pat Raker for the stats here.
Well, yeah, I guess. No, I'm kidding. Yes, great.
The Central City boy.
Yes. First for Monticello, Monadnock was 7-9 for 111 yards. Cooper had a couple catches for 58. Mesher a couple catches for 32. Kelleher had 120 yards on 17 carries, and Monadnock also had 82 yards on 11 carries. And then, God darn it, I hate technology.
As it disappeared on you.
It does.
As Ryan Monticello now has got to get themselves back in this game, as they've done it a couple times here tonight. Anamosa wants to keep the throttle down, of course, and for Monticello, they want to try to get the momentum back again.
Yeah, and for Monticello, they got to tell themselves, there's a couple drives here they shot themselves in the foot. They had the 60-yard big play on that first opening drive, and penalty brought them back. And just at the end of the half there, when they're inside the 5, and a miss snap, and turn the ball over again. You got to tell themselves they're right in this game. It's just a matter of executing when they need to and not making those big mistakes.
All right, one more try, Swiss.
All right.
Matthew Walton is 8 of 13 for 201 yards from the quarterback position. Carried it 6 times for 109 yards. That's not too bad a half. McLean had 5 catches for 97 yards, and Nathan Dedeker had the 1 big catch for 86 yards, and Seeley has 11 carries for 57 yards. So a lot of offense as you would expect with a score like this. Not much defense, and thanks, Ray. Like we talked about. And to build on what Ryan said, Monticello has played pretty well. They just shot themselves in the foot twice, once with a big penalty and then, one time with the big fumble there before half. But other than that, pretty well played half.
Monticello will get the ball going left to right. Kickoff coming here from Anamosa. 34-21. Anamosa the advantage here as the officials are waiting for Anamosa to take the field. The Panthers are set and ready here, down by 13 in this game. Talked about 38-34 was the score a season ago in Anamosa when Monty came back and won their first game since 2013 when they won here in Monticello, shutout style 28-0. Here we go. As Andrew Walton, the 6'2 seniors, will boot it away from the 40-yard line, going right to left. And Walton waiting for the head referee, Steve Schaub, to blow his whistle. There it is, the kickoff. A low line driver that's going to hit at the 21, then bounce past the return man. A little confusion there. Who's going to pick it up? As Cooper, I believe, did. And he's able to bully his way past the 25-yard line as a lot of Blue Raiders latch onto him there. One of the first ones to make contact was Brian Sayer, and then the host of Blue Raiders there. First down and 10 from the 27th, on the 51 to go here in the third.
Communication issues been a problem back there for the return guys.
As Monticello, 4 receivers, 3 on the far side. Monarch looking to throw a little screen. Caught at the 25, then getting up the field, 30, 35, 40. Keller off and running, 50, 45. Sayer is the only man to beat Kelleher on the 20, 15, 5. Touchdown! Touchdown, Panthers! What a statement there! The nice of a pass, and Anamosa didn't have an answer for it that time. 34-27 and 11:34 to go here in the third quarter. That just took 26 seconds, and that's a little preview of what we might have in store as Monticello saw something, obviously, and made an adjustment at halftime, and that play was there, and they have had a hard time finding an answer for Max Kelleher of late.
And same thing we talked about first half, Swish. You know, he was grabbed in the backfield. After he caught it, he was wrapped up and just ran through the tackle and then makes a huge play.
77 yards on the pass and catch. Extra point by Hullub is good. And Monticello comes back and are 6 points away now, 34-28. And exactly the kind of momentum answer the Panthers were looking for that time.
Yeah, and it's just exactly what Kevin said, too. You know, on the defensive side, Anamosa's there. It's just a matter of breaking down. They're not able to do that. You know, Kelleher showed all night that he can slip one guy, and, you know, he's off to the races, and that's really all it took.
34-28 now. As the latest touchdown by Max Kelleher.
We're nearing my bedtime, Swiss, so we need to
still got a little time.
Start to fix this up just a little
bit. You have the short drive home, so you'll be okay. It is a Friday night, not a school night for you.
Well, Friday night, sometimes I make it to double digits. I mean, every once in a while I can make it to double digits.
You're over the halfway mark now.
Hey.
They are piling up on you, aren't they?
It's crazy.
As Anamosa and Monticello both in school, both started on Wednesday, getting their school routine down. As the last Friday night here in the month of August brings the cowbell game. And a great crowd on hand for this one. Dancing to the music now, supplied by Athletic Director Tim Lambert and his brother Tom Lambert, who has the music and helps out with the clock duties here in Monticello. Thanks to Tim Lambert for the great hospitality and setup as usual when we come to D. Nelson Field, one of our favorite places to come and broadcast from. There is a catch by Seeley, the return man from the 8-yard line, going straight up the far sideline, going to be knocked out of bounds. And Tyler Ungs on the tackle for Monticello. 1st and 10 Blue Raiders from their own 23-yard line.
Well, that was a great kickoff into the deep corner and a nice return, but that's a great kickoff for Monticello.
So the Blue Raiders coming back. Trying to find an answer now and respond to Monticello's quick strike here in this early third quarter. Going right to left, the Blue Raiders. 4 receiver set, 3 on the far side. Shotgun. Walton throws it right side. Is caught and lost his balance. Is running, not really touched. Just kind of too much momentum there, falling ahead now, coming up limping. Maybe he rolled his ankle. Sure looks like a rolled ankle by Zach McLean on that far side as he just scooted himself right off on the sideline. And the doctor for the Blue Raiders, Kirk Kilberg, is taking a look at that young man. A gain of 6, 2nd down and 4 from the 29. 11 minutes and counting here in this third frame. 3 receivers, 2 on the far side. Shotgun is Walton. Walton gets the snap and hands off. The first man through it to Dedeker that time. No, he fakes it, and Walton keeps it off the left side. Running 45, almost to the 40. Again, a tremendous fake there. He had 2 or 3 Panthers right in the middle tackling Dedeker. Walton scoots himself to the outside, gets almost to the 40-yard line. A huge gain there for another Blue Raider first down.
And what a great block by Brian Sayer. Just, they call it stock blocking, and it could be a video. He did it so well. I mean, it was just perfect.
10-40 and counting. 1st and 10 from the Panther 42 now. Blue Raiders on the move. They lead by 6, 30-28. 2 receivers, 3 in the backfield. Flipping Walton, who hands off to Seeley. He gets over the 40-yard line, but latched onto and brought down. There, that's Jacob Monterback. Got a hand on him. Also in there was Wade Pickery. I saw Monterback get up last, but it was Wade Pickery on the tackle there. 2nd down and 4. And a 6-yard gain there. The ball's on the 36. 10 minutes to go. Here in this 3rd quarter. 2 receivers near side, the long side of the field here. How about neutral? Ball's in the middle. Low snap. Bobbled initially. Walton's going to get it. Trying to get to the 35-yard line. Can't quite get there. Maybe he just does, but good job by the Panthers recognizing and come up and make the play. As the Lake Stahlberg gets credit for the tackle as well as Max Kelleher. 3rd down and 3 after the short gain of 1. 9.5 to go.
I think Mr. Seeley was the center. I think he hit his own tailbone with that snap. So I think Anamosa is fortunate that that's all that happened there.
4 receivers, strips on the far side. In the middle of the field, standing on the 40-41 was Walton. Pass out left side, wide open. As able to bring him down as Walworth. That's Zach McLean getting over the 30-yard line, down inside the 30 at about the 25. And so there's McLean inside for Anamosa, able to come in after limping off with that bum ankle a few plays ago. As a 10-yard gain that time, another 1st down.
I tell you, I'm impressed with McLean's route running. He's just very clean, very precise, and gives a great target for Walt.
9:05 and counting. Here in this 3rd quarter. 4 receivers, strips on the far side. On the left hash, here's Walton rolling out right side. Has pressure by Clayton Krause. Throws, hits his man. That's Walton to Walton right on the 20-yard line. As Andrew Walton brings it in, the 6'2 senior, then is hit right away and dropped by Andrew Mesher. Also Chase Lensman, one of the main tacklers there. Gain of about 5. 2nd down and 5.
One of the things Anamosa does with their quarterback catches the football, and Walton will look inside and kind of freeze those defensive ends, and he's able to get outside. It's a great tactic to use.
And Walton will hand it off to Seeley. Gets out to the right side, pulling his way over the 25. Still going, and in the end zone. Logan Seeley, what a powerful run that time. Not going to be denied. Seeley gets a touchdown.
That's just great hard running. We've talked about both teams running backs and a little bit different style, but the same result. They're just really hard to tackle. Kelleher does it with balance and with grace and slows down, and Logan Seeley is just straight ahead. Try and tackle me, boys.
As a 21-yard run by Logan Seeley. That's his 2nd touchdown of the night. He had a 12-yard run. Midway through the 2nd quarter, the extra point is up and good by Andrew Walton. And just like that, Anamosa scores again. 41-28 now. Anamosa with the advantage. They led 14-0 after the 1st quarter. 34-21 at halftime for the Blue Raiders as the 13-point lead. As 41-28 here with 8:18 to go in this 3rd quarter. So, boy, we've said this again a few times tonight. Monticello, you got to come back and find another answer here.
Crazy.
We talked about it at the break too, Kevin. We're talking about, expecting to see Anamosa have a few hiccups on this offense, the first year in this new system, but it just hasn't been the case. They almost had their way through the air and on the ground both, and that last drive was a perfect balance. They hit the out routes on that. They opened up on the edge, and they're able to punch it right up the middle, and of course took a lot of good running, but a quick answer.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. You pointed that out during the break, and it's just been almost flawless. I mean, it's really impressive. I mean, it'd be impressive if you were in mid-season and this was coach's 3rd year, but it's really impressive for this.
Lucas Stanton, the first-year head coach for Anamosa. Tremendous player, a running back for Coach Jim Dellaby in Mount Vernon. Standout fullback when he played college football at Cornell. As he's had several coaching stops as a defensive coordinator last year at Dubuque Wahlert. He's at Mount Vernon, 2014. as an assistant. 2013 is at North Cedar. Took over the head job in 2015 at North Cedar. He went to Ohio for a year at Marietta, Ohio High School. Was the for 2 years, I should say, defensive coordinator, associate head coach, 2011 and 2012. And there is another return issue for Monticello. The Raiders, 2 tacklers, pin the return man back. And the issues continue in a return game for Monticello.
Yeah, and that was he actually missed the kick, so it kind of floated, and the Monticello returner tried to make an over-the-shoulder catch, and that was just ugly. They were fortunate to get the football back, but they are in lousy field position.
Logan Seeley in on the tackle is Harrison Eastbird, the junior tight end defensive end, was on the return there, not designed. Of course, as we talked about, here is a 1st and 10 from their own 10-yard line. So they got to pick themselves out of a hole here with 8:12 to go.
And it just means Swish will probably take one more play to score.
Yeah, and there's Kelleher. He bangs his way close to the 15-yard line, now about the 13, before a couple of Blue Raiders get in there. The first one to lay a hit on him was Dylan Ringles, the 5'10 junior. Under 8 minutes to play in the third quarter. 2nd down and 6 with the short gain. 4-yard gain it was, as 2 receivers set. One in the backfield with Monadnock in shotgun. And here is the run by Monadnock. He gets and goes right up the middle, and coming in and taking him down that time for Anamosa's Gavin Betzer, 5'9 senior. We haven't heard too much about Betzer. He's a leading tackler with 55 tackles a year ago, as Monticello was able to shut him down here tonight and getting somebody on him, and they realized that he was one of the leading defensive players coming back.
Well, and actually, Swish, he hardly played the first half. It was Maverick Cotton playing that middle linebacker spot. Mav's on the bench now. I don't know if he's hurt or dinged, but Gavin's sure taking advantage of that opportunity.
As here is 3 receivers rolling out, looking for one of those is Monadnock. He lets it fly down the line. Has a man come back for it, can't hold on. So not sure if he would have been able to stay in bounds. He went up to try to get that ball on the sideline. That was Devin Krause. As good defensive coverage on the play there, but the Blue Raiders by Matthew Walton, the 6'3 junior defensive back. 6:53 to go. Be 4th down and 7. The Panthers will look to punt away. Monadnock is back to do the punting duties here.
Yeah, and I am sure he would have been out of bounds, Swish. I don't think he had a chance to make it. Would have been a great catch.
Tremendous play by the sophomore.
And they put themselves in a bad situation there, too. You know, they ran that cross, but unfortunately, they kind of bumped into each other, you know, right on the sidelines. They didn't really give anyone any room to make a play at all,
which we've seen a couple times from them tonight.
Here's the punt formation. Getting in there was Anamosa putting pressure on him. This is going to hit down at the 46-yard line and then drop right there just by the 45-yard line. That's where Anamosa will take over, going right to left. 1st and 10. With 6:44 to go here in this third quarter, 41-28 in favor of Anamosa.
Big series here for Monticello because Anamosa puts another one up, and that's a big hole to come out of if you're Monty, and especially when you're having a hard time getting stops. As
Lucas Stanton, the 10th head coach for the Anamosa football program since 1968. Bob Aljo had the helm. He's the 6th head coach since 2000. Wes Wilson, the 6th head coach at Monticello since Dean Nelson started in 1957, who this field is appropriately named after, had great success here at Monticello in 33 years as head football coach. Fumbling on the far side, trying to get to the 30-yard line is the Blue Raider runner. He's going to have another 1st down, the 3rd 1st down the second half. And now we have an injured Panther, it appears, on the far side.
And the Panthers are dropping a little bit. I can't tell who it is, Swish, although this one looks like a cramp. See, I told you. Pickle juice, baby.
Good thing you have some. They might have to call up here for you to send some down.
I need something just for having to run to the bathroom and have.
Yeah, you made good time.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Great effort on opening night. 41-28 here is our score. Anamosa leading Monticello. Injured player.
A gain of 15 on that.
A gain of 15, thank you. And still haven't got a number on the injured player as Coach Wilson's out there along with Gilbert And the Monticello trainer, Emily Putney, as Wes Wilson, the 1998 graduate of Maquoketa Valley, former quarterback in his day as a 2002 grad of Upper Iowa and Fayette. Cox in the early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s as well. His fourth school where he's coached at, second as head coach. We mentioned that he was a teacher from 2003 to just last spring before taking a math job at Monticello High School. He took the Monticello head job after assisting at Anamosa. He also assisted at Western Dubuque and Wapsie Valley before that, and then took over the head job 5 years at Maquoketa Valley. Had great success there with the Wildcats. Andrew Mesher, this is tough to see for the Panther faithful, as early on in the season a year ago, it was Andrew Mesher getting hurt, and he can't put any pressure on that left leg. You just hate to see this for a kid who had an injury last year and couldn't play most of a football season, and now an opening night of the next year. That does not look good.
Yeah, and I thought it was a cramp the way Doc Gilbert had a hold of it.
That's what it looked like.
Yeah.
And I thought it was too, because right before the half started, Mesh was down on the sideline on his stomach. He was getting that same leg stretched out, so I thought it was cramps that first two. But the way he's coming off the field, it looked a little worse than that.
5'11", 175-pound senior Andrew Mesher, a quality.
It is a cramp because she's trying to roll him out.
Okay,
so he's just not able to play
that was
on it.
a bad-looking cramp there with that left leg. Not able to do anything with it. Now we're back to action here as Anamosa going over the middle, almost intercepted. It was pinball around and then dropped on the defensive players intended for Walton, as the defensive player, that's Chase Lunsman, not able to haul that ball in after it bounced around and up in the air for several seconds, maybe second down and 10 after the incomplete pass.
He just threw it too hard. I mean, he had great play action, and his brother wide open in the middle. He just threw a rocket.
Three receivers, two on the far side, two in the backfield. There's a handoff. Walton. Here's Seeley going left to right. Shakes over the 30-yard line now. 25, 20. Still rolling on the far side. Going to be stepping out of bounds. There were several Panthers there, but he just stepped out of bounds. Somebody chasing him out of bounds. That was number 56 or 58. Kibbers, I believe. Yes, it was Kirkland Kibbers. Yeah, it's tough. We talked about those red numbers on those black jerseys. We'll send Coach Wilson a thank you card in the morning. As a 14-yard gain, 1st and 10, another 1st 10 down here. The first of the second half, unofficially 4th of the second half for Anamosa, I should say. Here's a run off the right side, the far side of the field, and Seeley on the carry that time. Able to get a short gain of about 1, it appears.
A little more of a grinding drive here. We haven't seen one of these since the first quarter.
Stallberg and Kelleher on the tackle that time for the Panthers. 41-28 Anamosa, 5:40 in counting. Here in quarter number 3. Battle of Cowbell. Right to left. There is Walton keeping it, going off right side, trying to get the outside. Had a man there and almost wrangling him down, but he's going to be stepping out of bounds after he was hit by that defensive back on that far side.
I'm extremely impressed, Kylan. You're better at this than me. He handles the football so well. Sometimes it's hard to see who has it, if he does have it or doesn't have it. Or Ryan, I'm sorry, I said Tyler. I don't know why. Ryan, it's hard for me to figure out.
I was wondering who you thought
whoever's listening. Ryan, sorry about that.
That's all right. First and goal from the 4. Here is Seeley off the right side. You can call him Logan, and he was still going down inside the 5-yard line. And finally brought down by the Panthers as Blake Stallberg on the tackle that time. 5:12 to go.
Ryan, you'll be happy to know I usually get my kids' name wrong, too. So
that's shocking.
That's all right, but no, going back to what you said, though, it was a great point because Walton all night showed such patience on that read option.
Yeah, he really has.
Have another injured player here.
One of the big boys, I think.
For Anamosa.
Speaking of my kids, Swish, they're both on. Sid tells me she's just about ready to go to bed after doing homework all night on Friday night.
Friday night,
yeah,
absolutely.
That's just dedicated, I tell you. She's a dedicated
sophomore up at Cedar Falls, Sydney Barnes, and Spencer Barnes in Madison, Wisconsin, tuning in. Hello to them. The Camas Club 528 and the fans there were tuned in, interested in the Anamosa Monticello matchup. And wherever you're listening here on this Friday night, John Swisher, Kevin Barnes, and Ryan Hauser, glad to have you along, as it's been a very entertaining game. And for the offensive-minded folks, it's been your style of game. 41-28 with 5:08 to go here in this third quarter. Almost an hour and a half, first half of play, as walking off the field on his own power with Coach Stanton and Dr. Kilberg right next to him is that 25?
It's either 55 or 65, I think.
65, it appears. And it is 65. That's Van Barnett, the 6'3"
and
senior.
He's coming off an injury, too, Swish, so probably maybe dinged himself up. You know, and you mentioned earlier, what a great crowd tonight. You can see the Anamosa student section across the way and Monticello student section rocking. The A-Town boys with Noah Sands and Luke Otting rocking the world over there.
And the Monticello students decked out their pink. Good crowd on hand here tonight for sure. Here's a run off the right side. And a slew of Panthers in there. Matthew Walton on the carry and getting in there first. Gavin Hullab, the linebacker, coming up, the senior making the play. Thanks to Roger Wright, the AD at Edco High School, checking in. 20-18. Barnbrenner up in Edgewood tonight. 20-18. Macoka Valley leading with 1:48 to go in the contest there on week number 1. And here we have a penalty marker down from the sideline.
Yeah, Monty jumped. I'm not sure they can move the football any closer to the goal line.
And another penalty called on Monticello. It's only the first of the second half, the fifth of the ball game. It's for an opening night. We talk about how rare it was to be so cool, of temperatures in the 60s and not warm conditions. And this is also odd of both teams have pretty much done pretty good in the penalty department, not really hurting themselves too much. We've seen a lot worse on opening nights with a lot of penalties.
I agree totally. And I think this crew's done a nice job. I've seen them talking to kids. I've seen them talking to coaches.
Letting them play.
Yes, exactly.
2 receivers, 2 in the backfield. Here's a handoff.
Ooh.
Seeley can't get through it. And what a hit there. Coming up and sticking Logan Seeley was Max Kelleher, the senior linebacker.
Yeah, that was a heck of a play. And Kelleher cleaned it up and give the big boys up front. They got good penetration. This is a big play for Monty. We talked about it being a big drive. This is a huge play. If they can get a stop here, which they have not got all night long hardly, you know, this keeps them in the ball game. Otherwise, it's a real uphill battle.
4th and goal just outside the 1-yard line. 3:40 in counting. Here in the third frame, still plenty of time for the Panthers. This would be huge as Walton trying to get there, trying to go. And no, I don't think he did. No, he's shy of the goal line. And Monticello with a huge defensive stand denies Anamosa of scoring another touchdown. 1st and 10, Monticello want to stop that time.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's just, they just tried to go up the middle 3 straight times, and that time they got up under center and just did the old-fashioned quarterback sneak. And Walt's about 6'3", but he just could not get extended. He got in behind the center. The offensive line got no penetration. The defensive line did, and big stop there for him.
Great job by the Panthers, who set the middle of the defense. Up front, Gavin Hullab, Tyler Cooper, Ray Pickery, Clayton Krause. The linebackers, Dallas Bowser, Max Kelleher, and Lake Stahlberg. Great job there by the interior defense of Monticello to not allow the Blue Raiders to score. Now down 13 again, 3.5 to go.
Wow,
Monticello's been here before. Throwing. Monarch in the end zone. Lets it fly. As a man, there's hand fighting and still a catch. Bounding down at about the 40-yard line. Catching that ball with contact from the receiver, Monarch, to Gavin Cooper. What a tremendous catch by Cooper, as there to make sure he got down was a defensive back for the Blue Raiders, as Dylan Rickles on the coverage for Anamosa. First and 10 Monticello, their 8th first down of the night. Here come the Panthers now. Hand off to Kelleher, and boy, almost, I would like to say untouched or unblocked, but there was a Panther at his feet, but coming in and getting the takedown was Van Barnett.
That was Jacob Batchelor, actually, 47. That was a heck of a football play.
First time we've called his name tonight, 5'11" senior, Jacob Batchelor.
That was a tremendous play. And the play before, what a great play by the receiver. I mean, Monadnock threw a nice football.
There was a lot of contact.
Yes, there was.
Batchelder, 17 tackles a year ago, 1 tackle for a loss. Here's a run, off and running on the far side, over the 45, 40, now down inside the 40. As on the carry that time as the quarterback on the keeper on the far side, Jacob Monadnock. As Dylan Rickles with the tackle was another first down.
Yeah, just running that read play just like Anamosa does, and both quarterbacks, again, just impressive tonight. That was a great read and run.
20-yard run for Monadnock that time, 1st and 10. Ball's on the Blue Raider 39. Here is Kelleher, bounces right, middle, left, back on the sideline, shooting and jiving, now being forced out of bounds at about the 15-yard line. Great run again by Kelleher, another first down, but there is a penalty marker. Thank you, Ryan, on the play on the far side, thrown by the head referee. Holding will be the call. That's a tough one.
That is a tough call. I didn't see the flag come out. Did you see it come out?
Yeah, I did. It was right, and it was just after we broke line of scrimmage when they threw it. Yep.
So right at point of attack.
Yep.
So the penalty will back up the Panthers after another nice game. And the first down is called back here. .2:26 to go. The first down and 15. We're only in the third quarter yet. 41-28. Here in favor of Anamosa. Trying to win their third in the last 4 seasons in this series. And it looks like Coach Wilson's going to call a timeout, and he will. Timeout on the field with 2:14 to go. Third quarter, 41-28 Anamosa. We're back after this from KMCH Sports.
Kelleher's Jewelry, your jewelry experts in Monticello. Before you make your commitment, look at Kelleher's. A diamond of perfection deserves a jeweler of equal distinction. Choose Kelleher's Jewelry in Monticello for your jeweler today.
Family fun and great food await you at Lightning Lanes Family Center and Captain and Tennille's Sports Bar. Come out for a fun night of bowling or watch the big game on their 10-foot HD big screen. And of course, great food and your favorite beverages. Lightning Lanes Family Center and Captain and Tennille's Sports Bar on East Main in Manchester.
Farmers Savings Bank proudly supports all area athletes and their coaching staff. For all your banking needs, visit them in Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, Arlington, and Aurora, or online at farmersavingsbank.com. Member FDIC.
Viafield is your headquarters for all your seed, chemical, and fertilizer needs. They have professional service and quality products needed to bring the best crop to market. Viafield, providing growth opportunity for 18 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota.
Your home for the best high school sports coverage in eastern Iowa. Mix 94.7 KMCH.
And we're back in to D. Nelson Field. You can hear the cowbells in the background from the student section here on the near side of Monticello. Monadnock looking left side, has a man caught at the 39-yard line. Shoots his defender, gets by another defender, finally wrapped up and taken down inside the 30. Well, Marco about the 27. Gavin Cooper able to shed a couple of defenders, and a nice gain there as the tackle by Nathan Dietricher. The ball will be on the 27 after a 27-yard gain. 2 minutes and counting here in this third frame. Here's Kelleher. Bounces off the pile, off the 25, tries to get down to the 20, just shy at about the 21. As Dietricher again, Barnett was around the area as well. Gain of about 5, second down and 5. Here's a handoff to Kelleher again, and coming in. That was a nice play by the defender that time. Is that 37 or
37, 47, and 26.
Batchelder again, Gavin Betzer again, and Walker Marsh all in on the tackle that time. Third down and 4 now.
And when they've been able to grab Kelleher in the backfield, that's the only time they've been able to tackle him, and it's not a huge game. Well, it's not a 7, 8, 9, 10 or plus yard gain.
And it takes 3 of them to do it.
You're exactly right.
1:10 and counting. They're down at 4. Ball's on the 20. 41-28 Anamosa. 2 receivers. 2 in the backfield. Here is Monadnock in the truck snap and going straight ahead. Trying to get to the 15. He's wrestled down before he gets there. They'll mark it about the 16 to be It looks close.
They gave it to him.
Yes, they did. First down it is for Monticello. Third in the second half. 10th now the ball game unofficially. Under a minute to go, third quarter. 41-28 Anamosa. And Monarch looking this time, going to throw left side. And the ball almost intercepted as it bounded right off the hands, right in the breadbasket of Gavin Cooper. As it went right in the hands, it appeared, as still clapping his hands in disgust, is Anamosa's Casey Culver, a 6'1 senior. What devastation that would have been for Monticello. What a huge break it would have been for Anamosa.
Yeah, and Casey's in the game out again. He's struggling with his ankle or knee or whatever he hurt, and almost came up with a big play there.
Second down at 10 for the 16. Myronach takes a handoff now.
Good play.
Rolling and turning it back in and trying to get to the 15 and can't get back to the line of scrimmage. We'll just call it no gain, it appears, as good job of the Blue Raiders is getting in there. Walker Marsh at that time for the tackle.
I think Cole Chapman got some penetration on that play as well, and we haven't called his name much tonight. I think they're rotating a lot of guys up front on the defensive line, trying to keep them fresh.
6-foot junior Chapman. 10 seconds to go. Third down and 10. 41-28. Higher snapper Monarch gets it, no problem. Little screen pass over the middle, caught by Kelleher at the 16, and a nice job taking him down from behind. Was that Dedeker? It was.
Yeah, 44, heck of a play. That middle screen that they scored to start the second half, and Dedeker stayed home and made a shoestring tackle.
And that is the end of our third quarter of play. One more to go, regulation anyway. 41-28, Blue Raiders with the lead. For the cowbell game after this from KMCH Sports.
Monticello Sports is your retail sporting goods store in Monticello. They carry shoes, uniforms, and equipment and do screening for all area schools. Monticello Sports, your specialty sporting goods shop in Monticello.
The Eastern Iowa Shopping News and the Dyersville Commercial recognize the hard work and dedication of all area athletes. Check out the weekly sports section in the commercial for scores and information. The Eastern Iowa Shopping News and Dyersville Commercial, supporting your communities.
For fan food, not fast food, visit your after-the-game headquarters, Manchester Dairy Queen. It's quick, it's easy, your family will love it. Manchester Dairy Queen.
It's no secret that people come to Fairway in Manchester for their famous meats, but as you dash back to the counter to pick up your USDA choice ribeyes, don't be surprised if you find yourself lingering among the delicious fruits and vegetables in the produce department. Shop Fairway in Manchester for low prices and all your grocery needs.
Long Creek Homes is family-owned and operated with locations in Anamosa, Maquoketa, Wilton, and Olwine. They sell manufactured and modular homes and can deliver to your location or set up at one of their parks, or you can design your own. Long Creek Homes, they want to take you home.
Hello, everybody. This is Gary Dolphin, voice of the Iowa Hawkeyes. You're listening to the High School Area Game of the Week on Mix 94.7 KMCH.
And we're back inside the Dan Reed Memorial Press Box. Overlooking D. Nelson Field with a fresh 12 on the clock for the fourth quarter. 41-28 here in favor of Anamosa. Monticello threatening. It's 4th and 7 for the 14 now. A timeout. Anamosa comes out and sees how they're going to line up, or do they not have everybody out there, and were they not in position?
No, I don't. It's that overload formation, and Anamosa has not stopped it either time. And I think
set up for it.
Yeah, I think coach got caught off guard and made the right call. He thinks he made the right call, or anytime you're not sure, you make the right call with the timeout, especially in this. This is a big play.
You're the team ahead by 13 is not as big bringing a timeout here early on in the fourth quarter. Goes Monticello. You'd be more concerned there with burning it here.
Right, especially if you get the stop. You know, if you get the stop, it just makes life a little bit easier. Exactly.
So the 4th down and 7. Once the two teams come back out on the field. What a turnaround it was in those back-to-back playoff years in 2014 and 15 for Anamosa, a team that in 9 seasons from 2005 to 2013 only won 4 games, 4-77. For the Blue Raider program, Ryan Streets, after an 0-9 campaign, came in 7-3 and then 11-1 in the best season ever in 2015 for Blue Raider football. Last year, 3-6. Coach Streets resigned because of the job commitment and to do what was best for the family, decide to step away. Lucas Stanton is in, and the Blue Raiders have the lead. And this is a fumble. Kelleher can't get a hold of the ball. It's going to be down by McLean. He has it inside the 25. That was a disaster from the get-go there. It just popped around. Kelleher looked again like he maybe took his eye off the ball, wasn't ready for it in that situation. And the Blue Raiders come up with a big play there, and they have the ball up by 13 with 11:54 to go in the ball game.
Well, and I'm pretty sure that they were going to run a reverse off that, and I think Kelleher just got ready to hand the ball off before he got the football. I mean, it's just what it looked like up here because the snap was not that bad.
Another fumble, second turnover of the game, both for Monticello. So here's where the defense has to come back with the stop and not allow Anamosa to get any more ahead than they already are with the 13-point lead. 4 receivers, trips on the far side. Shotgun is Walton with Seeley to his right. Looks middle, now looking left. Pressure coming, and a big sack, a throwdown. Sack that time inside the 20. They'll mark it about the 18. Was that Gavin Holla coming in with the sack that time? 11.5 to go now. A loss of 7 on the play. It'll be about second down and 17, and a Blue Raider comes in. What do we have? Whistles here. Now the officials timeout, but the Blue Raiders are walking over the sideline.
Oh, is it because the young man went off with a cramp? He's on the field right over there, Swish. He must have tried to get off.
Oh, there he is. Now I see him all over on about the 39-yard line. Right near the Raiders sideline is Dr. Kilberg is working on him. Coach Stanton right around there as well. 11:29 to go. Second down and 18. So we have seen a little bit of that cramping, not as much as usual as we talked about in a warm first week game as the game time temperature was 70 degrees. Next week, our area online and playback game will come to you from Starmont as the Starmont Stars will host Maquoketa Valley. Kevin Shookman, Tom King will be along for the action from Starmont next Friday night. Tonight, I want to thank our great sponsors, Anamosa and Monticello, Long Creek Homes, Fidelity Bank and Trust, Russell & Russell Insurance, Keller's Jewelry, Kramer Brothers Dairy, also Monticello Sports, and Pete Small Engine Repair, and all 46 of our sports boosters, making it possible to bring you high school sports coverage here from KMCH as the 2017 football season getting underway tonight. 11:29 to go here. Second down 18, 41-28, 13-point advantage for Anamosa.
That was Logan Seeley who cramped up, I believe, Swiss.
As in there for Seeley is Dieterker now.
I don't think it is.
Or did Seeley come up? Number 26 it is. Walker Marsh. And here's a handout. They keep by the quarterback. Walton goes right up the middle. Hullum, Kelleher in on the play there. Hullum gets credit for the tackle. 11-15 and counting. Third down. And did they give him?
Well, I think Batchelder's in there for Dieter as well. So I don't know if they're trying to rest guys. I don't know if they got a couple guys dinged. But it's a totally different backfield this series. Other than Walton still at quarterback.
Zach McLean's back in there. He's split to the near side.
Lazarius Bland's in now at the receiver instead of Brian Sayre. So maybe they're just trying to get guys rested, knowing they're going to have to finish strong here defensively.
10:40 and counting. Here's a big handoff and going left side, and the Panthers were not fighting on that. Walton gets slammed down, and Gavin Hollop again on the takedown for the Panthers.
And the other young man we haven't seen this half is Maverick Todd, offensively or defensively. So I don't know if he's on the sideline.
10:20 to go. Fourth down and 16 now. Panthers check that. Raiders will punt it away here, you would think, with a 13-point lead. They're on their own 16-yard line. Monticello trying to come up with another stop to keep themselves in this game. Down by double digits, but 13. And now they're lined up in a shotgun formation. 4th down and 16. The same look I did, and now he's marking on signal eyes and go back and do the punt formation here.
And he's taking all 25 seconds.
Yep, smart move. Now he looked like he was going to run. Pressure coming. He hits this one, and it bounds at the 25-yard line. The Blue Raiders getting out of the way. It's down by Chase Lungsman right on the 30-yard line. Then mark it down at the 31. Going right to left will be the Panthers. So that could have been a whole lot worse with a block there. Walton just able to get rid of that ball with his right foot.
Yeah, that was ugly.
Yeah, just like that, Monticello's right back in this, too. And that was a great defensive series just alone by Gavin Howell. You know, he's in the backfield 3 or 4 plays in a row, and that was a great job to turn this momentum around.
9:33 to go in the ball game. 1st and 10 for the Panthers, who trail still by 13. And 41-28 since 8:18 to go in the 3rd quarter. And also last score. There is a run off the left side. Monarch down all the way inside the 5. Just throws 2 tacklers aside and sprints his way to the end zone. Touchdown. Touchdown, Panthers. Jacob Monarch, what a tremendous run. 30-yard scamper for Monarch as he scores his first rushing touchdown in the ballgame.
Again, that was just phenomenal patience by Monarch on that. You know, fake the give, just let one guy get a block on the edge, and then, you know, Gavin Cooper had a great block on the outside, too. You know, if he didn't get a body on that corner, it probably was about a game for 15, but, you know, he was able to put a body on him and 30-yard touchdown.
Yeah, now he's down on the sideline cramping. It must just be cramps. Both teams are just going through bodies all of a sudden.
As this one is going to be blocked. Good job by the Blue Raiders rushing. By the Blue Raiders rushing in there and blocking that extra point. No good by Hullum. We've seen a couple of minutes tonight, but the Panthers cut it closer here to 7 points now, 41-34, 9:24 to go. Back after this from KMCH Sports.
Head to Fireside Pub and Steakhouse before or after the game or anytime, featuring steaks, seafood, pasta, sandwiches, and even fresh-made pizza. They say it's the best around. Visit them on the web at firesidemanchester.com for a full menu and special offers.
Just like a great coach, State Farm agents like me, Julie Smith, can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs. Whether it's car, home, life, health, or business insurance, I can dig into the playbook and help you find the affordable coverage you need. For all your insurance needs, call on a winning team. The Julie Smith State Farm Agency in Manchester.
Stop by Dyersville Comics and Games, your local comic book and gaming store today. Gaming events go on daily, and there is a great selection of comics and games to choose from. It's definitely worth a stop. Dyersville Comic and Games, located on 2nd Avenue Southeast in Dyersville. Best of luck.
Your home for the best high school sports coverage in Eastern Iowa. Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Welcome back in, D. Nelson Field. John, Kevin, and Ryan along with you on this Friday night, week number 1 of the high school football season. This one's shaping up to be like last year, as we talked about. The 4-point win for Monticello very late in the ball game. Panthers trail by 7 here, 41-34. The 7-point advantage for Anamosa. Been 3 ties in this game. This is taken by Seeley right at the 5-yard line. All the way out to 25, 30. Got a Panther around. 35, 40. Now finally brought down, and a flag comes in from the head referee way back to the 10-yard line. And Seeley, the return man there. And you would think it would be a holding.
Boy, it was so far away from the play.
There it is. And also penalized there with the holding. Monticello faithful like it. Some of the 3 now on the penalties. Unofficially, only the first one in the second half now for Anamosa. And then there was a big one here as it takes back a little off that nice return from Seeley. 9:14 to go here in the 4th quarter. 41-34 Anamosa.
Well, we were talking there in the timeout switch. Both teams are battling through injuries a little bit. Todd's definitely out. Looks like Diedeker's out now. And the big boy from Monticello is still out. He hasn't played. Kibbers hasn't played since, late in the first half. Everybody seems to be battling. Both teams seem to have guys battling cramps. So
2 hours and 24 minutes here so far tonight. We still have 9:14 to go in this 4th quarter. We got underway at 7:29. As Anamosa, 2 receivers. Shotgun is Walton. Going left to right. The handoff to Seeley. as he tries to get out to the corner, but getting in there and slamming him down was big old 70. Wade Pickery, the junior defensive lineman. No hesitation that time for a loss of 2, second down 12.
Ryan, you alluded to this last series. Monticello is just dominating up front. I mean, they're getting great penetration. Anamosa hasn't a plus play in about 5 plays.
Now 3 receivers. Near side, one on the far side. Near side is alongside the field with Walton shotgun. Here he will pull out from the fake. He's going to throw it right side of McClain. McClain gets around a block over the 25-yard line and knocked down there by Zach McClain, by Andrew Mesher, I should say.
Good block by Andrew Walton. May got away with a little bit of a grab.
Yes, there's a lot of pointing from the Monticello side here in front of us. 12 yards, 8 yards. 3rd down and 4 now. 8 minutes to go. It's overrated sometimes. Run over the right side of the 25-yard line and getting in there and taking it down. Lundsman in there, and also Stahlberg was around as well, as that was Seeley that time.
Yeah, Stahlberg with a heck of a play and flipped off the block and made a huge tackle.
Front these last couple series from Monticello were really impressive. They hadn't taken over this game.
Absolutely, I totally agree with that.
They're down by 7, 41-34.
Coach Stanton going to run all 25 seconds down and call timeout. And normally I totally agree with that strategy, but man, the way this game's gone, they score so quick. Both teams have been.
Both teams have 2 timeouts remaining right now.
But it's the right call. When you have the lead and you know, take every second off you can and make sure you line up in the good punt formation after what happened last time.
There is the second timeout called. Anamosa a year off from the playoffs. It's been 3 years since Monticello has been to the playoffs. 6 times in school history for Monticello playoff football. The first back in 1972 under Dean Nelson, who was the all-time winningest coach in Panther history. 182 wins and 117 losses in those 33 years. 1976, 77, 1991. And then that was the last time under head coach Dave Strang at the time until the modern era. John Kite in his first year getting to the playoffs in 2013 and again in 2014. 2 first-round losses, a 1-6 record in 6 playoff appearances. For Anamosa, they've been to the playoffs 4 times. 1987, the first time, lost the first round to West Delaware at home, 17-14. 2004, they lost to the Cora. Then in 14 and 15, the 2 wins ever in playoff history came in 15. 2-4 record all time in 4 playoff appearances. Here we go, left to right. 7:15 to go, 4th down and 4. As Anamosa from the 15-yard line. Walton will boot this one away, but it's a high, short punt. It's going to take a Anamosa roll, though, as it bounces to 48 and be down on the other side of the field at the 46-yard line. And 46-yard line. Down by Seeley there, and the Panthers will take over 1st and 10, going right to left. 7:04 to go. 41-34, 7-point Blue Raider lead.
Well, I'm not sure that 8 minutes ago when Anamosa was first to goal at the 3, any of us would thought this, but they got a heck of a shot here.
4 receivers. Strips to the near side, the short side of the field. Fake handoff. Here's Modernock, and he gets hit in the backfield as Walton comes in. But first they're hitting with Walker Marsh. And then here is extracurricular activity. Coach Wilson is beside himself as Gavin Cooper and number 12, Casey Culver, got into it on the near sideline. And there are some upset Panther fans.
I didn't see it.
I didn't see it either.
They got a little chippy. The play ended, and they were kind of engaged in a block yet. There's just some extracurricular stuff that you got to clean up.
Officials either didn't see it or let it go. And Monticello people are not happy. Here is direct snap to Kelleher off the right side. Gets over the 45. Now trying to get to the 50. Going to be down right at shy of the 50, it appears.
That's that elephant package or whatever you want to call it with the big boys up in front. And, Anamosa still has not stopped that. Monticello stopped themselves a couple times running it, but here it comes again.
It's indeed a good game of about 7, 3rd down and 6 on the 50 now. 5:45 and counting. Still a 7-point deficit for Monticello. Here is Kelleher again. He'll go straight ahead and taken down shy of the 45-yard line. They'll mark him down at about the 47. And coming in to make the stop is Van Barnett, the 6'3 senior, 4-yard gain, 4th down and 2 now.
Going back to that play where you were talking about, Ryan, where they got chippy, give the officials credit. I think they're trying hard not to make a decision in this ball game that's going to cost either team. They hustled in, they got them separated, and on his sideline didn't like it, but it's probably the right play.
Going right to left. And here is Kelleher, shaking in the backfield, hit, and still fighting, can't get to the 45-yard line. Big play by the Blue Raiders there on the 4th and 2. Will be a turnover on downs. Another big stop by Anamosa. And again, it was Van Barnett coming up with a big play.
A lot of credit to Andrew Walton on that, too. He was actually the one that got the first penetration and made him kind of double, think about it again. And, they were able to clean it up after that.
Absolutely. As we've seen the last 2 series for both teams, penetration defensively is the key, and they have not. Until this 4th quarter, neither team's been able to get any.
4:59 to go. First down and 10 now for the Blue Raiders from the 46-yard line. 3 in the backfield. Shotgun is Walton. He'll pitch it. Sealy avoids a couple defenders applying on the play over the 45-yard line. Coming from behind, Gavin Hullum makes the tackle of Logan Sealy. Whistles are blown here as flags are on the that one flag from the near side.
It's got to be, it's got to be a hold just because of where it was.
And a block in the back.
Like I said, it's got to be a block in the back just because of where it was.
Call on Anamosa. Close. As 4:48 to go, they'll back up Anamosa as they lead by 7, 41-34. And a penalty on Anamosa, only their 4th. We've only seen 4, 7, roughly 11 penalties a night. We've talked about in early season games before. We've seen a lot, many of that, of officials not letting teams play. And a good job by this crew here tonight out of Cedar Rapids, Waterloo, and Center Point area. Kudos to them. As 4 receivers, 2 each side. Walton throws the Monticello defender. I thought he was going to come up and try to snare it out of the air. Instead, he waited back at the last second. Cooper able to make the tackle of Laz Bland, and now Cooper comes up gimpy, not able to get up right away as the official blows his whistle for the injured player.
That's a gutsy call, throwing that to, and Lazarus with his first catch of his career and went up and got it. And, nice play all the way around. The only thing I don't like right now is the Blue Raiders. They're letting 25 seconds run off the call timeout, but in between these plays, they're still running at that 5 and 6 and 7 second pace. But if that's what you practice and that's the way you're coached, it's really hard to slow down. So I understand both sides of it, but obviously the clock's your friend with 4:31 to go here. I'd like to see him slow it down a little bit if they could. Maybe he doesn't feel they can.
That was not Gavin Cooper. That was the other junior defensive back, Tony Walrick, who is now on the track trying to stretch out. And 4:31 to go. 2nd down and 18 now.
That was a good play by Walrick to recover on that, because I thought he was going to come up for the interception, but he stopped at the very last second, and that just about got broke for a big play, but he was able to get him by the ankles and save himself.
Well, and Bland is, about 6'4", and they just threw it up above. You're right. He came up to get the pick. I think he realized the ball was too high for him to go get.
Monticello, new look, new uniforms, new white helmets, new paw print. The new look for the Panthers this year. In Coach Wes Wilson's 2nd season. There was a movement up front, but able to get back with a defensive player. Walton thrown over the middle. He's got it. Caught by Marsh. Gets over the 40, now off and sprinting, and finally tripped up and brought down. It's going to be around the 10-yard line. I believe it's Walker March.
It is, yes.
Out of the backfield there, catching the pass, the 6-foot junior. And who was able to trip him up? Did we see?
I could not see it on that far sideline.
Tough to see these numbers that we talked about all night, but a defensive back able to chase him down and just trip him up by the shoestrings. And they'll mark him down at the 10. First down.
Two guys making their first career catches in the last two plays.
How about that?
Yeah. Pretty gutsy calling on the Blue Raiders. Give him credit, though. That was a well-thrown football. Matthew Walton put that right on the money.
Under 4 minutes to go here in the ball game. Raiders try to go up by 2 touchdowns.
Could be Logan Seeley time now.
Again here, Seeley's in the backfield right behind, and there is the handoff from Walton, but he gets nowhere. 2, 3 red jersey, black jerseys in there, I should say, for the Panthers, and able to knock them down. As Blake Stahlberg and company get credit for the tackle there. Last loss of about 2, second down 12.
And they do have everybody up. Monticello's in a situation where they really got to sell out. So, it is tough to get Seeley those yards up front. They're probably going to have to get creative either with the option or maybe just that little flare pass or swing pass. But Monty, like I said, the pass Lazar is bland. If it's a little bit lower, that could have been a pick 6.
2 receivers set. Walton backfield. To his left is Seeley. And the fake handoff. Walton kept it over the 15-yard line, banged around and dropped down inside the 15 around the 13-yard line. Taken down by Blake Stahlberg and also Max Kelleher in on the play as a timeout now. Called for. And taken by Monticello. It'll be the second timeout for Monticello, so both teams will have 1 remaining. We'll take a breather with them. 2:52 to go, fourth quarter. 41-34 Anamosa. Back after this from KMC Sports.
Hi, this is Chris Henry, Service Manager at Brown Sales and Leasing in Elkader. Our goal is to make your car buying experience the best possible, and our factory-certified technicians are dedicated to you and your vehicles. Stop in and see us at Brown Sales and Leasing in Elkader, or visit us online at 4browns.com. Your hometown dealer, wherever your hometown may be. Best of luck to all area athletes and coaches.
Pete's Small Engine Repair is your small engine specialty repair shop in Monticello. Best of luck to all area athletes and coaching staff for a great season from Pete's Small Engine Repair in Monticello.
At Three Rivers, our customers come first. Your business is very important to us. Our goal is to provide you with the best products and service that you have come to expect from Three Rivers. Visit our website at threeriversfs.com or the location nearest you. Three Rivers, your partner in growth solutions.
Sports Station, Mix 94.7, KMCH.
5 seconds put back on. 41-34. Walton throws, corner to the end zone. Incomplete, out of bounds. Bounces on the new track surface here at surrounding D. Nelson Field. As intended for Jay McLean. Good defensive coverage out there by Gavin Cooper, the junior defensive back.
Now field goal time. Again, the only thing I don't like about the incompletion is now, Anamosa's going to give Monticello an additional 25 seconds. If they don't make this field goal, that ends up being huge.
Fourth down at 13. And goal from the 13, I should say, is McLean. We'll hold it right on the 20. As Walton kicks it up and kicks it no good. Off the mark, left side. Panthers still trail by 7. 2:46 to go.
That was a low-line drive. Was it high enough?
I don't think. I think it cleared it, but just wide right. Yeah. I think it would have made it over, but just pushed it.
As Monticello now out quickly and ready to go. They'll start their offensive drive here, trailing by a touchdown and an extra point. 41-34. 2:46 to go. 4 receivers, 3 on the far side. Dropping back. Here is a wide open man down the sideline. It's Gavin Cooper at the 49-yard line. Off and running touchdown. No strikes on the play. Touchdown Panthers. A long pass play of 80 yards. Another long touchdown as the Panthers with a touchdown there, 41-40 to go. And one of the Panther people up here working in the scoreboard area say we're going for two. Will Coach Wilson go for two here? Will he go for the win at home on opening night?
I sure think he will. Lots of time left.
Giving the play into Andrew Mesher, 2:34 to go. They trail by a point.
And that was just a simple double move, slant and go. Yeah, I mean nothing fancy. Had time to throw it, and the D-back went for the fake and slipped down.
And now a timeout. Going to use his final timeout here with 2:34 to go in this game. Initially thinking two, and now they're thinking they want to make sure they want to do this and set up for sure what they want to do. Anamosa now has time defensively to set up, and they're going to be expecting what's been working all night here for Monticello. Now let's Monticello come back to.
Yeah, and I like the going for two call until the timeout. I think he still will. But, now you give Anamosa the ability to set up. He's gone to the power formation, but, last time on 4th and 4, 4th and 3, they didn't get it. So I would expect some kind of probably zone read action here. Put it in your two best players' hands and let one of them make the play.
41-40 right now. Monticello down by a point, 2:34 to go. This one coming right down to the wire. Similar to a year ago, as we talked about, 38-34 Panthers able to come back in the final seconds and win on the road in Anamosa.
Sorry, Swish. It is that power formation. They got this stop last time on 4th down, but
everybody in.
They may run the little reverse out.
Kelleher, direct snap. Tries to go up the middle. The line leads him in there, and it's good. 2-point conversion is good. And Monticello has the 1-point lead, 42-41.
What a turn. What a turn.
Outstanding effort. Come back here for Monticello. But we still have 2:34 to go. And as offenses have been able to strike tonight, Anamosa not done yet.
No.
I wouldn't think.
In this game, it's an eternity at 2:34.
Yeah. 42-41. Monticello has their lead, the first lead in this ball game. We've been tied 3 times. The biggest advantage was 13 points.
Well, and that's, again, I know earlier, but they had 13 points and they had first and goal at the 2 or 3. 3 shots at it inside the 2 and just couldn't punch it in, and that's obviously a big turn in this football game.
So Monticello taking the lead. Really similar to a year ago where it was a back-and-forth contest. They scored with 11 seconds to go with a 4-point win on the road in Anamosa. Here, a little more time. They have a 1-point advantage. Kicking off will be Gavin Hullum going right to left. Back in there to return Logan Seeley and also Jay McLean. For over 2.5 hours here in this ball game. And low bouncing ball. Laz Bland falls on it right on the 34-yard line. And Anamosa will get it there going left to right, 1st and 10.
That's a great play by Lazarius Bland. That ball was hopping.
Panthers trying to catch him off guard. Bland made a nice execution play there.
And a good decision. Just went down with it, well coached. Don't take any chances and makes a good field position for Anamosa.
2:33 to go in the ball game.
And I think Anamosa can't panic. We've seen a couple times tonight where the Dobbers have dropped and they've panicked and not made plays, and there's all kinds of time. They do have to do a better job of blocking up front here.
Monticello trying to come up. The defensive stand of the night. That could win them the game. 4 receivers set. Here's Walton. Takes the handoff. And a collaboration takedown there. There was Max Kelleher, but with the wrap-up takedown, Clayton Krause, the senior. We haven't talked about a whole lot, but one of the leading players coming back on this team for Monticello. Loss of 5. Here we go. Left to right. Here's a throw to the sideline, and it goes out of bounds. Well, incomplete, intended for Walton. 3rd down and 14 down. Clayton Krause, leading tackler from a year ago with 60 tackles. He had 14 for a loss and 10 solo sacks. And Anamosa going left to right. Ball is on their own 31-yard line. As the Cowbells and the Panther faithful get loud. 4 receivers, 3 near side. Monticello's out of timeout. Anamosa has 1. Pressure coming, screen pass. McLean has some room, but not much. It's quickly collapsed down on, taken down before the 40. As getting in there is Jacob Monarch, the safety. And on buck 45 and counting here. 42-41. Monticello, the 1-point lead. Monticello trying to neglect Coach Stanton's first win at Anamosa. There's a pass right side. Drop over the hands and out of bounds of Walton. And the great stand by Monticello. And the turnover on downs there. What a defensive stand again from Monticello. 1:28 to go with a 1-point lead for Monty.
Yeah, that was a well-thrown ball. Just unfortunately went right through the receiver's hand. But that ball was right on the money.
You know, I found it interesting, too, that whole drive, they're trying to get everything back in one big chunk. Yeah. They weren't going back to what they're doing earlier in the game, attacking the flat, attacking the middle of the field. They just want to get it all in one chunk, and unfortunately, it just didn't work.
Yeah.
As 1:28 to go. Monticello will have it going right to left. 1st and 10 for the Panthers with a 1-point lead. First lead they've had all night. Came with 2:34 to go on that touchdown, Monarch to Cooper, 80 yards. And now, kneel down formation here for Monticello. As Anamosa should have 1 timeout remaining. Right?
Yep.
And 1:10 to go. 2nd down and 11 down.
You know, it goes back to what you were talking about before, too, Kevin, with those early timeouts. You know, hindsight's 20/20, but, you know, you'd like to see those 2 timeouts in your back pocket at this point, but too late.
Yeah.
And they snap under center. Monarch. Kneel it down again. 45 seconds and counting. A lot of effort by both teams here tonight. Anamosa running out of gas a little late here. As of right now, Monticello with a great comeback. And the 1-point advantage. 3rd down 11. And now there it is. With 21 seconds to go, they'll round it out. And Monticello will win for the 2nd year in a row. Oh.
I don't know what took so long.
I don't know why they let
sure why they
20-some seconds run off the clock.
They were shaking hands.
Yeah, I don't know if the sideline forgot. I mean, it was over 20 seconds when that whistle blew, and they ended up losing 8 or 9 seconds here.
Well,
maybe more than that.
12.4. Now Coach Wilson arms up in the air, arguing to the umpire. Something here. 12.4 to go. 4th down and 11. 42-41. So huddle up and talk to his team at the 45-yard line. as Anamosa, Monticello battle of cowbell here, the 79th annual 98th overall meeting in this series. Monticello looking to win another home game. They won on the road a year ago, back-to-back wins for Anamosa in 14 and 15. Last win here for Monticello at home was 2013, where they shut out the Blue Raiders 28-0. 12.4 on the clock. Fourth down 11. 42-41. Coach Wilson still out on the field at the 50-yard line, directing his offense. Tony Wallerick will jog in here. And back, the punt formation is monitored. As back to return is Walton. This one, high angler. You got a chance to found down. Walton, 15, 20, 25, 30. Still going on his feet, but take it down and there's the ball game. Monticello has won the cowbell and keeps the cowbell in Monticello the second year in a row. A 42-41 victory as the Panthers do it in comeback fashion, taking the lead for the first time of the night with 2:34 of the game, and they hang on after trailing 14-0 after one quarter, 34-21 at half, by 13 at the end of the third quarter, and they win by a point, 42-41. So the Panthers improve on to 1-0 and drop Anamosa to 0-1. Our postgame starts next. Monticello gets the win on opening night, 42-41. We're back after this from KMCH Sports.
Citizen State Bank, your locally owned, community-minded, and customer-oriented bank, is here to serve you. Choose one of their 7 convenient locations in Winthrop, Monticello, Manchester, Ryan, Strawberry Point, Hopkinton, and Nubiana. Citizen State Bank, community banking with people you know, member FDIC.
Kramer Brothers Dairy Supply in Monticello appreciates all the hard work and dedication put forth in the classroom, gym, and on the field. Best of luck to all area athletes from your dairy experts, Kramer Brothers Dairy Supply in Monticello.
This is Jamie Vaskey, the voice of the West Delaware Hawks, and I've had the chance to review the Good Neighbor Society's playbook, and I got to tell you, they are friends in your neighborhood, designing plays to get you home fast. If you need help getting back in the game, contact the Good Neighbor Society Rehab to Home team at 563-927-3907.
The Edgewood Reminder is proud to support all the area teams in athletic action and appreciates their efforts in the classroom and during sports. Check out all the sports photos in each week's issue of the Edgewood Reminder.
Fidelity Bank and Trust in Anamosa and Monticello has a complete line of banking services, including online banking with bill pay and club accounts for all ages. Fidelity Bank and Trust is proud to sponsor all area athletes and coaching staff and wishes them the best season ever. Fidelity Bank and Trust with locations in Anamosa and Monticello, member FDIC.
TriVet Associates is a mixed animal veterinary clinic with offices in Farley, Dyersville, and Holy Cross. Our 8 doctors serve the Dubuque, Manchester, Guttenberg, and Cascade areas and provide veterinary services to both large and small animals. For more information, find us on Facebook or visit our website, trivetinc.com.
High-Tech Communications is your local service provider for telephone systems, fire detection, audio, video, security and surveillance systems, wiring, and more. High-Tech has decades of experience in the industry. Contact High-Tech at 563-927-4936, online at hightechcommunications.us. High-Tech Communications, changing your world with technology.
Are you looking for great food and a unique atmosphere? Then make Okoboji Grill your next lunch or dinner destination, or enjoy 2-for-1 happy hour every Monday through Thursday from 4 until 6 p.m. That's Okoboji Grill, 1749 Golf Course Boulevard in Independence. Okoboji Grill, where good friends meet.
When selecting the right tire for your vehicle, you want choice. Bobin Tire and Automotive Service in Manchester gives you choice with the top tire brands available today. For the tire choice you want and the service your vehicle needs, see Bobin Tire and Automotive in Manchester. Open Saturdays for your convenience.
Kelleher's Jewelry, your jewelry experts at Monticello. Before you make your commitment, look at Kelleher's. A diamond of perfection deserves a jeweler of equal distinction. Choose Kelleher's Jewelry in Monticello for your jeweler today.
Whether it's an orthopedic, sports, or occupational injury you are suffering from, Regional Medical Center Therapy Services has you covered. With a customized treatment program, Regional Medical Center Therapy Services can get you back on track in the active game of life. Regional Medical Center, excellence in healthcare close to home.
Why make 10 calls when you can make one call to Mormon Insurance, a member of People's Insurance in Manchester, and get the best quote from 10 different companies on your auto, home, and farm insurance? You can depend on Mormon Insurance for fast, friendly service and quality coverage. Call Kathy or Rachel today at 927-2263. Mormon Insurance, a member of People's Insurance in Manchester.
At Tauke Motors, we believe in a gentler, simpler way of doing business. Check out our large selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, as well as the great incentives at TaukeMotors.com. If you're looking for a new, pre-owned vehicle or service on your current vehicle, come to Tauke Motors, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram on 9th Street in Dyersville.
Angela Weinkauf with Russell & Russell Insurance in Anamosa wishes all area athletes and coaches continued success. Just like the coaching staff, Russell & Russell Insurance can come up with an insurance plan that's right for you. Russell & Russell Insurance, Anamosa.
Hi, everybody. This is Gary Dolphin, voice of the Hawkeyes, and you're listening to the High School Football Area Game of the Week with John Swisher on Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Contest lasted nearly 3 hours, about 2 hours and 51 minutes, I should say. 42-41, Monticello gets the home win here tonight as they will move on to next week with one win under their belt. And what an effort by both teams here tonight. Monticello able to score 2 times in the fourth quarter. 3 of the last 4 scores we saw by Monticello as they get the win. 42-41, their only lead of the game came with 2:34 to go in the fourth, and they hung on for the 1 point here. What an F. Monticello coming back. We talked about it countless times, Ryan, of how they just need to stay focused and not get worried. They were only down at times because of how smooth it was looking for Anamosa offensively. It seemed more than 13 points, but Monticello didn't let that affect them.
Yeah, it was kind of funny. It came down, a game that was an absolute track meet through the first 3 quarters. Came down to, Monticello's defensive front and really kind of getting back to their basics and really kind of taking over that game. And, we were able to put up those big scores in the fourth quarter on big plays and step up when they needed to.
How good will these teams be? We'll see as the season goes along here. Anamosa, a lot of learning to do here, but a great effort on opening night as Coach Stanton and company will take things away from this ball game here on the night against their rival.
Yeah, both teams impressive offensively, and even your point's well taken. How good will they be? But both teams executed. Very few mistakes, very few turnovers. But both teams also have a great improvement to make with each other, with themselves before they get into each different district that they play in.
As the overall series now, 98th meeting, Monticello leads at 51 wins, 43 losses, and 5 ties. The 79th annual Cowbell game, Monticello with their 45th win tonight, 45-31, and 3 as they get the win, 42-41, the final here tonight. A lot of offense that we saw. 2 turnovers in the game, both fumbles by Monticello. They were able to overcome them. 13 first downs on the night for Anamosa, 10 unofficially for Monticello. 11 penalties total on the night, 4 for Anamosa and 7 for Monticello. Other stats that stuck out in your mind, Barnsley?
Well, both quarterbacks were good. Throwing the football, made good decisions. Monadnock was 12 of 16 for 325, and Walton was 15 of 24 for 296. And then both running backs were really good. Kelleher ended up with 137, and Logan Seeley ended up just under 100 yards. And both quarterbacks ran for over 100 yards. So just some video game stats in some ways. McLean had 9 catches for 130, and Monticello spread theirs out a little bit more, but they had 2 guys over 100 yards in receiving, and just crazy offensive stats. But both teams have work to do defensively, and both teams still have work to do offensively. So you got to be encouraged by the fact that you moved the ball and scored some points, and both teams are going to get better because we know they're well coached.
Yes, indeed. As Anamosa with their first loss here tonight as Monticello gets their first victory 42-41. We will hear from both of the coaches on the Coaches Corner tomorrow morning. Kevin Schuckman will have Coach Wilson and Coach Stanton on as Coach Stanton denied of his first game win at Anamosa in his second year as a head varsity coach and first ever at Anamosa in year number 2. Wes Wilson gets the victory against Anamosa for the second year in a row. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining me here tonight. It was fun as always at Dean Nelson Field. Ryan, thank you. Kevin, thank you. And it was that rival 151 battle that we like to see when it comes out like this. We don't like those when those 22 shutouts have happened over the years, and these fans, the many fans that are here tonight, definitely got their money's worth for sure. I want to thank in-studio producer Paul Galeza. As next week, Maquoketa Valley at Starmont Area Online and Playback Game of the Week, Kevin Schuckman, Tom King will have all the coverage for you from Starmont next Friday night. Best of luck to each of these teams until we see them again in this 2017 campaign, hopefully in area coverage as Anamosa, Coach Stanton and company, and Coach Wilson and the Monticello Panthers. Best of luck to them as their seasons continue after tonight. And the Battle of the Cowbell. The Cowbell stays in Monticello. 42-41, Panthers survive, and they get the opening win. That's going to do it here tonight from the Danbury Memorial Press Box from Dean Nelson Field. For Kevin Barnes, for Ryan Hauser. John Swisher saying have yourselves a good and safe rest of your Friday night. So long, everybody, from Monticello, Iowa.
The Area Online and Playback High School Football Game of the Week has been brought to you by the KMCH Sports Boosters. Sports Director of KMCH is John Swisher. Station Owner, Jim Koloff. Station Manager, Jackie Coates. Program Director, Mike Johnson. Sales Coordinator, Rhonda Menson. For more information about KMCH Sports, check out our website at kmch.com or email John at sports@kmch.com. This has been a local sports presentation of Delaware County Broadcasting. KMCH Radio, Manchester, Iowa.